You all in the live chat.
No music for the funeral?
We have a disclaimer. We got another funeral?
The disclaimer.
Always having funerals. Living like a peasant. One of the time we're gonna opping. We're gonna opping. We're gonna opping. But locking. 40 block got it pop locking. 40 block got it pop locking. No. We are in the phone.
Hey y'all.
Oh, you better start naming shit for you. You fall back. You fall back. Come out.
I'm trying to be in the live chat with the video. It didn't pull up. It's not pulling up video for me. I got to be connected. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Alea, Alonzo, Tiana. Oh, it was just y'all for a minute, huh? Joe, Crazy, Jamal, Charles, Delshanda, Ray Ray. Oh, Living Doll, Tamika, hey baby. Oh, this can't be it. Where y'all at? Remy, Truth Hurts. Hey y'all, unblocked Truth Seeker. Please and thank you. Demaya, Aniva, Holly Fry, Kirsten, Tanya. There we go, Lucy Diamond. I already said you. Hey, Samaya, Wrench Game Strong. T-Love, Tierra, Harmony, Michelle, Ortiz, AJ Stone, Shy Rack, Susan. That's okay. We just getting started if you just not getting your notification. What up, Joy? Wrench Game Strong. Tiana. Light, Monique, Nice, Queen Go Hard. Hey, baby. CEFACI. I don't know how to say your name. Safasi. 26. I don't know. I'm sorry. Chris Lewis. Sheila. Tamika. I already said hey to you, Tamika. I'm sorry. I don't want to be repeating no names. Yo, Craig. Yo. Purple Pearl. Any first timers in the chat? Hey, Tina. Hey, Phil. Hey, Joe. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Glitter Pocket. It's a Black World evening tonight. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Hey, Shamika. Hey.
Quit my job and fuck you all that shit.
I would.
Pussy's so good. If I could quit my job and fuck you all that shit.
Oh, did my chat just stop? Did I get all of y'all? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let the truth seeker say yay, man. Yay, man. Oh, we have special guests tonight.
We have special guests. Somebody call Pippin J and tell them we're about to read some Miranda rights. More Miranda rights. We're going to have a recap on that worst mother shit. All y'all picked that notorious yesterday. We're going to have some new evidence, and maybe you're going to be different about your choice after tonight. You can re-vote if you want to tonight, because we got some different receipts. Miranda want to come out with some bullshit after we came out with the truth. Like our shit wasn't the truth. Now we finna come out with the truth. Now we're going to expose her bullshit with the truth. You get this?
Duval in the building. What's going on, Donald Scott? What's going on, Pink? I see y'all. Hey, Rainbow. I ain't leaving nobody out. Tiana, Bin Laden, how you doing? Jennifer, hey.
The question of the hour is the video I just made. Do Pip and J like kids, or do Pip and J like kids? You know,
1 for yes, 2 for no.
Do Pip and J love kids, or do he love kids? Literally.
Hey, somebody.
Literally. Place your vote. Do he really like kids, or do he really like kids? You know what I mean?
Here come the ones.
I want to.
Here come the ones. Hey, Angela.
I bet you Chris Hansen got you on lookout. They got you looking out for you. You getting accused. This your third kid allegation? Wow.
Hold on, where's my pencil? What have I done?
And Asia Love, it took a lot of humility for Asia Love to admit that it's what you call that one, incest, and all that in the family, and she was part of it by people of her family. So that means your family is accepting incest. Wow, man, that's deep. That is deep. And you know what? She said, your mother, you motherfucker need to look at your victim, look at your mother victim. Was she drugging niggas was she playing Silence of the Lambs on niggas and shit? Drugging niggas, hitting niggas' feet. Drugging niggas and hitting niggas' feet with sticks and shit. You don't know. We gotta look into this. That's just out of weeds doing this shit. We gotta look at some incest going. I'm just saying, Lady Love, it took a lot of humility. I want to for admitting that. You know, some women like would go to the grave with that, or some women would be embarrassed to admit that. But you exposed them, and in doing that, you had to say some things that kind of like not Black people like to hear, but it's true in a lot of fucking Black families. It is incest happening, and we all got them uncles and them cousins and shit like that. And we know they fucked up, but we try to protect. I don't protect them. We ain't got none in my family. We probably do, but we ain't caught them yet. We're gonna beat the shit out of them. But you always got. I think we had one in my family, but we outed. We kind of was on his ass. I'm not sure it was an accusation on his ass, but we weren't trying to keep that shit no secret. We put that shit on up front. But there's always one in the fucking family. There's always that uncle. Even Jay, you probably that uncle. It's always that fucking cousin. You talking about you was around him so much. Why you only got one picture of him? I mean, you on Facebook and all that shit. He was at all the marches. You only got one picture. She said, you said he was staying with you, and she was like, he was enrolled in school where she was living at. So how the fuck he was staying with you when you was giving them to everybody when you had them? Nigga, that's because you felt guilty. That's why you didn't need it. That's why the church was protecting you, and they probably kicked your ass out of church. They probably told you couldn't come here no more. All this old child molesting shit. That's a third one. Third allegation. You know what's crazy? Neither one of them had nothing to do with the other one. So it's not like they just coming out the blue with this shit like, oh, he done it because they heard somebody else do it. Boy didn't know no goddamn Travis. And Travis didn't know the other girl. Man, Jay, you got, I don't see no, I would be more comfortable if it was a lot of gay men just jumping out like, you know what, I slept with Pimp and Jay. I'd be like, okay, cool. You know, I can deal with that. But when kids coming out and then you're going to stop a fundraiser for kids, that means you don't even fucking like kids or you love kids. I don't know which one is it. Is you like them if you're not fucking them, or if you fucking them? It's one of my jokes, right? I'm going to use Pimp and Jay in this joke, right? I'm going to find out how to remake this joke, right? Okay, I was at a charity event. It was me. It was a charity event for kids, right? It was me, R. Kelly, Michael. It was me, R. Kelly, and Rick James. No, it was me, R. Kelly, Rick James, and Pimp and Jay at a charity event for kids, right? And Rick James came out the bathroom at the kids' event, and the fucking bathroom was on fire. I don't know what the fuck Rick James was in the bathroom doing. The bathroom was on fire. So me, R. Kelly, Rick James, and Pimp and Jay running from the fucking fire and shit. And all of a sudden, Rick James said, wait a minute. What about the kids? R. Kelly said, fuck them kids. Pimp and Jay said, you think we got time? I said, Pimp and Jay, you need to get your motherfucking ass away from here talking about we got time to fuck some kids. This shit is on fire. I'm not fucking with Pimp and Jay no more. Do you think we got time? This is Pimp Jay, you are out of control. You feel me? But what you got to say about that niche?
I mean, first of all, Rick James can do what the fuck he want to do because he's Rick James, bitch.
He set shit on fire. Rick James is cool nigga.
I believe that should be in the end of every story.
Big Jerry set the whole charity event on fire.
Yeah, pedophilia is rampant in a lot of communities. I won't even just say in the African American communities. It's rampant in a lot of communities. A lot of women endure these types of hardships within their families and dealing with stuff like this. And it's sad. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. And with therapy and with time, people do get better. And I'm wishing the best for Asia. And everything is already in place and in motion for the demise of an empire. So we're gonna continue to laugh at their ass for the French fries that they are. And we're gonna continue to expose until the investigation is to a point where they can completely do what they need to do.
Now, we finna get into these Miranda rights, right? Now,
Miranda,
what did she put out dispute or evidence yesterday? She put out some kind of, some kind of
she actually put out information to confirm everything that we said. So if anybody paid attention, matter of fact, hashtag stealing, if you saw the quote unquote evidence she was posting to say that we were lying. Can I get that hashtag stealing a couple times from my people? Wake up. I know it's late. Wake up. Get it together.
Get it together.
Did y'all see the rent receipt and the runaway letter that came 2 weeks afterwards? Did y'all see that? There we go. There y'all are.
Stealing.
You can't hear me? Hold on. Let me open this phone up a little bit better. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. So I've got enough of y'all that says stealing for me. We can go ahead and keep on. So the letter basically says that in August, she got a notice to pay her rent by the 6th, like most companies do on the 1st. For everybody who don't pay the day of the 1st, they print these letters out for the end of the day on the 1st to let you know that the rent is due by the 5th before you get you a late payment. So she didn't show any proof that she tried to reach out to them to say, hey, is this a mistake? I know you guys told me that, I could stay here as long as I want. Am I supposed to pay this? Can I get on the payment plan? There's none of that. The next letter comes on the 15th and the 16th, where she says, I'm leaving this weekend. Y'all told me I can stay as long as I wanted to, like the lady said. And then she says, I guess my son didn't die fast enough. I'm leaving this weekend. So this is within 2 weeks. So there's no eviction notice because she wasn't evicted. You can't get evicted when you're at the 2-week mark. That's when they can put in the eviction, but she was never threatened with eviction. They said they were reaching out to her after she left and abandoned the apartment.
And if you can see how that apartment looked, was in the pictures, that apartment was fucked up.
Was those the pictures to that apartment, or was that the apartment before?
I don't know. If it was, that apartment was fucked up.
Because there's one before that Issa saved her from being arrested. They were gonna arrest her for the condition of the apartment.
She had color-coded dish bottles. Anytime you got color-coded dish bottles, she had, what you need 5 dish bottles. He opened the curtain and I saw like 5 different dish bottles in the motherfucker. I said, God damn, what you got? What kind of pussy you got? You got to have 5 different dishes in your shit. You got to have one to clean them up, to push the shit out. You got to one to pull the shit in. You got to one to circulate, to put some water in that motherfucker. One to dry it out, and one to make it smell good.
Oh, thank you. Nina said, why go after a grieving mother who lost her child because the babysitter neglected her job. Everything else is irrelevant.
Are you sure? Oh, wait a minute. Don't go in that. Don't go into that part right now.
Are you certain?
Don't hit him with that part because the receipts we're going to bring in today, you're going to make.
They had to change me. They had to change my mind, and they changed my mind. And the only reason why anything is happening now is because she is coming out and she is lying, and it's my responsibility to tell the people the truth. It's my responsibility because that's the job that I took on, was to tell people the truth. I'm not bashing her. I haven't called her out her name not one time. I haven't cursed when speaking about her not one time. I haven't yelled at her not one time. I haven't called her a bad mother one time. I have only presented the facts. There's no bashing of Miranda that's going on here. The only thing that I can do is present the facts.
And if I accidentally say bitch, it's abbreviated for me. It means beautiful and in total control of herself. That's what it means, you know. And if I say hoe, it's short for honey. So beautiful is bitch is beautiful in total control of herself, and hoe is short for honey on this episode right here. So don't think I'm disrespectful when I say bitch. I'm just gonna say it's abbreviated for. I mean, she's beautiful and in total control of herself. Leave that. Go with that. It is some definitions.
I'm not a sexist. I don't believe in giving people passes for any reason when it comes to things that are completely and totally immorally wrong. And she proved exactly what she said. She what we said. She up and abandoned that apartment. She was up. She basically just showed why. She was upset because she got a bill for her August rent, and she probably could have just talked to the people and disputed them. But I'm not going to explain none of that other stuff because there's other stuff that goes with that I'm going to let you guys hear in another way. Because I like receipts. And I have the receipts to everything that's going to be spoken tonight. So one more time for the Vine. The views expressed in tonight's YouTube Live are not the views of YouTube nor its affiliates. Viewer discretion is advised.
And I like butts in a can not lie. And no, I'm just saying. But this is what I'm saying, right? Just because you hear, it's always three sides to the story, right? That's why, like, when I hear stuff about, like, when somebody says something about my baby mama, she can't get on there and hear and say dispute nothing, right? Because y'all gonna see the truth in the story, and I ain't gonna have to defend myself. I wish I would defend myself. You want to hear John Q? He was on the same time about, oh, I got his baby mama. Watch, I'm going to destroy him. They ain't done that shit yet. The truth speaks. When just because a woman is a mother, people automatically think she's the best fit for the person. People automatically think she's a mother, right? She automatically gets to mourn more deeper than the father, right? And that's what mistake one of the mistakes me and my baby mother went wrong, right? She thought, I mean, we both mourned when we lost our son, but she thought she more than me, right? But somebody had to pay the rent. So somebody had to get out and get in the street or go get a job and get some money and help bury the baby and all that other stuff. So I didn't have time to mourn like she had to mourn. She was sick. She was in house. She had to stay in the house. You know, she was bedridden, and I couldn't be there. So she felt that I wasn't there, and I didn't mourn the same way she did, but I did. I just couldn't stay in the house and cry. So sometimes when people automatically assume things instead of asking or actually going out and doing the investigation, you come up with your own assumptions. You come up with your own assumptions, make an ass out of yourself and umption. That's what I heard. So stop assuming shit, you know, just because you think people are naturally supposed to have that title and that label as more and more. There's some good fathers out here, and there's some fathers out here that really love their fucking kids. It's not always the mama. That's why I don't put up some stories. I put up some stories these last couple of days of some lovely mothers. You know, you want me to call them women? You want me to call them girls or ladies bitches? I mean, women bitches, women too. They done killed their kids with the baby daddy watching on Facebook Live. Another one killed it and tried to blame it on her baby daddy and shit like this. And shit. You want me to call these women bitches? I mean, bitches women too? No. Not all mamas is fucking get mama. That was a perfect example of two mothers. And we hear it's all kind of stories of women killing kids. All kind of story of women not being the best mothers. You know, I ain't gonna, and we're in a situation right now. Oh, good thing.
I'm hitting a lighter note. Did somebody just say that John Stank made a response?
You had a rap song? Rap battling now?
Y'all not serious. That's funny.
You made a rap response?
That's what I'm looking at now.
Play it. I need to hear.
Yeah, hey Nina, I didn't call you any type of B word to anything. I just addressed your question and I answered it to the best of my ability. I'm not here to beat up the chat room. I'm not here to beat up the French fries in particular. I am, however, against those goddamn organizers. It was a cruel black man.
Hey, somebody, is the French fry here?
We're not against rap.
The French fry
against rap music. You said what?
The French fry here? I mean, a freedom, a fry? I'm at least call you half.
I'm trying to wait for them to tell me if he made it. They said, yeah, he did.
Made a diss track? Oh, shit, son. Oh, shit, son. You got to hear that, yo. Let me see. Hold on, I got to hear that, yo.
We're not against rappers.
You got to hear that, son.
We're not against rap music, but we are against.
You got to hear that, son.
Organizers. Oh, shit, son. We got beef in the camp. John Frank is mad.
I think, is it the Peter Roll freestyle? I think it's this. Hold on, son.
Yeah. What was we just talking about, Jose?
Oh, no, this not it. No.
You was asking me that I...
This is, son.
I ain't with the bull and with the plop. Pull up to your trap. That's a stop shop. Gangsta, you not. Looking like a custody. The block high. You ain't never bust on a chop. Acting like you street code a cop. When I start a beef, I can't stop. Don't need a key, bust a lock. John Frank the John Baptist. Drown you underwater. Practice. Shells burning up, gotta free the soul. You trying to test the eye, that's a Peter Roll. Keep it Muslim, beef alone. Guaranteed, he won't reach his home. Throw him in the air, he could be a drone. Better than us, than they fucking stone. Yes, I records, you can keep it soul. I'm standing on your couch with my speakers on. And my boy Track got the needle on.
That's not the shit, that's the other shit.
It's not how it's not that.
Yeah, that's not no freestyle shit. That's not no shit he made up. We got to do something he just made up.
There's no freestyle.
Yeah, ain't no freestyle shit.
I don't even think that was a diss track towards me.
No.
I think that might have been something he just was doing, y'all. Don't be trying to throw me in the fire. I actually think he was stupid and said he somebody pray for him.
That was stupid right there. He trying to get.
If he was conceding, or if he was trying to give me props, or if he was trying to throw me shade.
Yeah, Peter Rowe, this nigga had a rap he been trying to do for a whole year. Like, I'm gonna wait till I get a rap battle and I'm gonna put this shit right there, like I made it up on the spot. You didn't know it was gonna be against a female. That's why he kept on saying he. Come in the air, like you didn't say her. No, in the rap battle. That nigga's he trying to get his album out. Trying to get his album out. Ha! That's what you look, Nisha. That's what he told me, right? You're like, man, I'm just doing this because I'm trying to get my album out. I'm trying to get my music out. I'm on a platform. I'm trying to do all this shit to get your music out. You are old piece. Well, look,
Tiana said he wrote a Dear John letter conceding to you again.
Man, fuck him.
Take pleasure in the fact that
She was my bitch.
that I cared about. Now they don't. Now they mad at me. It's not his fault.
That nigga tell y'all what it's.
That gotta be our fault.
Nigga tell you.
That's you playing the bad boyfriend role. That's some bad boyfriend shit.
Girl. Tell him to make a rap about his girl. What she do. That ought to sell. Niggas want to hear about that. Tell them your job, your girl old job with watching all them ones on the bed and all that other shit. What she used to do, just little strange things for some change. She could make it clap. Don't think she was a stripper like she could make it clap. You think somebody gonna pay for that to make it clap in the club? Nigga, please. You think somebody's gonna pay for
getting up to date?
Unless they like 17 or something. But anyway, I was just a clown. You don't know.
That a round of applause.
You don't know when I be real or not. You don't know when I be real. This is a joke. I be saying when people 17 in clubs dancing and shit. That was a joke because you look young. Well, we finna get back into this dead mama shit, right? And sometimes, like, some of you dudes out there, y'all gotta know who y'all sticking y'all dick in. Look at like the freezer mom. You know, somebody should have knew this bitch was crazy before they stuck their dick in her. Sometimes y'all gotta look in her medicine cabinet. Sometimes y'all gotta ask her ex-boyfriends. Sometimes you even gotta talk to her mama. Sometimes you gotta go on her Facebook and see how many other niggas saying this bitch is crazy, right? You gotta know who you sticking your dick in before you have a baby, because shit can end up like all bad. It's women who are emotionally disturbed. You know what I'm saying? If they can't get at you, they having keep me nigga baby, so they can't get at you. That's what they feel to do, nigga. If I can't have you, nigga, we know it's plenty of deadbeat niggas out there. God damn. I mean, we have saw some bad examples of some others, Notorious Miranda, within the last 2 months. So we're gonna get into some shit, right? And you won't believe this girl Miranda fucking through. Now you want to talk about a deadbeat mother? Now, sometimes we can understand certain things. We're like, okay, we can see the big picture, right? But sometimes we don't look in between the lines. Like, what could be in between the lines? Like, what can happen in between the lines? Sometimes we even look over shit, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't even think somebody can do something so low, so we don't even think about the possibility of some shit like that. Or sometimes we don't even have no knowledge of some shit can happen like that. Like, I didn't have no knowledge of shit can happen like this, and I kind of did because it happened to my mother. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. And I'd be like, and it do make sense. Because, like I said, my mother was in the same position, but I don't want to, spill the beans. I'm going to let the women come on here and spill the beans. If they still, I would like them to come over here. They're more personal to the situation than anybody around this mother. They know the scoop and the details. We're going to try to bring them on in. Come on in, y'all. When y'all get y'all shit, I don't know if I got to call them again.
Y'all ready? Y'all can hop back in, ladies.
Y'all come on back in. I just don't know. Like I said, it's things.
Just to begin with the receipts, we taking her receipts. Those receipts show that from the 1st to the 16th, she decided she was going to leave. She was not evicted. They did not force an eviction on her. She has not proven that they forced an eviction and made her leave. But she did show that they told her that she could stay as long as she liked. Now, I've gotten letters and text messages accidentally from my property managers before. And I had to go off and they like, hey, I'm sorry, that wasn't even meant for you. She didn't even give him a chance to do that. She left off the face of the planet. She jumped off the face of the planet. That's what she told me.
You looking mad already and shit.
I ain't mad, Blaq.
Okay, there you go. There go smile. God damn. Okay.
All right.
You know I'll be ready.
Ain't nothing more dangerous.
Hey, I live in the NO. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. You always gotta be ready, baby.
You talk like Mama D, baby. You talk like Mama D, baby.
Don't mess with my accent, though. Don't do that. Yeah, y'all see me got this bonnet on, huh? It's nighttime. It's like 12 o'clock here.
Tonight, as long as it's black.
Yeah,
as
you see it.
As long as it's black.
I got it. I got it all right now. The robe is on. The robe is on.
It's on.
I hear you,
Because
baby.
the lies stop here. But the Bible says that a liar is a thief.
Hey, wait a minute. You got some curtains too? You got some curtains. You trying to outshine my curtains?
You see my shit, Blaq? You see my
outshine my goddamn curtains?
You see my shit?
What is wrong with you? I'm trying to do.
You see my? I wanted to match. I wanted us to match.
Pull it back up, neither. I'll put them up later.
Can't be outshining my curtains in this motherfucker. I'm the only nigga who have curtains in the background up in home.
Well, everybody got curtains in their house.
The same way because I just knocked my curtains over.
Y'all gotta put sheets up. Y'all gotta block y'all shit. Y'all gotta put some sheets up like some Hispanics in LA. Y'all gotta all the Hispanics. You can tell black houses from the Hispanic houses here because you walk to the Hispanic houses and they got sheets in their windows and a lot of flowers in their yards. Now black people, black people, they got a lot of broken down cars in their yard. You know, it's like tires and shit. You know, you got empty bottle cans and shit, all kind of stuff. You can tell niggas ain't got no goddamn grass growing. They got dirt patches and all kind of shit.
Everything but grass, huh?
I got a lot of grass. Yeah. I resent that.
Mexican dogs have
yard and I have a lot of grass.
Mexican dogs get dog food. Mexican dogs get dog food. Black dogs get whatever you eat.
Oh no!
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, oatmeal. I think our dog got diabetes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he out there. This nigga wants some. He wants some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches right now.
Really? You gonna give it to him?
Hell no.
I'm sorry.
You got a little peanut butter left.
That's it. That got to be for you, huh?
That's not.
Hell yeah.
I'll blame. Make that sandwich, boy. Make that sandwich.
Yeah.
I didn't get no EBT this. I didn't get no EBT this month.
Okay.
I said, I can't answer. You got to answer the phone.
Y'all know my friend.
Oh, come back.
Wait a minute. Y'all know my friend is electronically challenged. Don't do all that.
I just she electronically. I'm mentally challenged, so I guess we related.
Y'all equally yoked.
Yeah, I'm medium slow. I'm not all the way slow. I'm like medium slow.
Medium slow? Okay. So that's in between slow, and fast slow. You medium slow?
Yeah.
And then there's slim slow. You can't
forget slim slow. There you go. Don't forget slim slow. Can't forget that one.
Don't ever forget slim slow.
Okay, ever.
Okay. Well.
Hey, Ma, come on.
Press the camera. Press the camera, D.
Marcel was trying to look fly when we saw her last time. She was fixing herself. She was like, "Okay, I'm almost ready." She was doing her hair and shit.
Look, she's going to get her beat on. She's going to get her beat on, baby. She's not going to be caught beatless. Believe that one.
I know that's right.
Marcel, she is
right.
Is getting her her eyebrows on fleek.
Yeah, she getting them lashes on fleek. That's what she's doing.
She in the chat room. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Come on, girl.
There she goes.
There we go.
I told you.
Oh, see, that beat is on, baby.
Yeah. Yes. Let the
and
church
there you
say.
have it. And there you have it.
Girl,
now I want
that's a natural thing.
I want y'all to give it up for the real heroes of the Jackson case. Give it up for the real heroes of the Jackson case. It wasn't no goddamn Pippin J or Miranda. Give it up for the real heroes. Done all the back work. Who stayed up who made all the calls. Done all the paperwork. Done all the evidence. Who knew all the shit.
Made the hashtag go viral.
Oh my God. called motherfucking the freedom fighters.
This just what we do. This just what we do.
That's what you do. Now, first of all, tell them like who y'all are and what relation y'all got. It's Kizace.
I'm Issa. I'm Geronte's mom and Jackson's grandmother.
And
I'm Darshella, of course. You guys know me. Some of you guys know me by Annie D. That's the name they call me. But I'm Jackson and Geronte's aunt. Issa Reed and I have had over a 30+ year friendship. That is my fucking sister.
And that is my fucking sister. And that is they auntie, Geronte and Jackson. And I don't care who don't like it.
You look just like that nigga too. You and Javante look just alike. Y'all.
He just red. He just red. That's all. He's just a light skin.
That nigga out. God damn. So it's been a lot of stuff going. Like we explained some of the stuff going on now. Now clear up some of the stuff about the relationship, not what you had with the mother, what you had with the baby.
Well, actually, I didn't find out Miranda was pregnant first. Warren actually found out. My significant other, my boyfriend, is who found out Miranda was pregnant first. Durante called him and talked to him first, and then they broke the news to me. And then he told me he wanted.
You must was gonna get mad or something. They broke the news to you. Why you think they broke the news to him first?
They broke it to him first because he said it to him first. I guess because he thought that would be a more understanding situation. Me personally, I just thought that Durante being 22, 23 years old was too young to be responsible for another human life. You know what I'm saying? He's just getting to know himself. He's just trying to come into his own. And I just thought that was not the ideal situation. Not at all.
Okay, so they didn't tell you. So he didn't tell you. When after they told you she was pregnant, what happened after that?
She came over. We had dinner. We sat down. We talked. And to be honest with you, when asking how they met, he told me, or they told me, that they met through social media. They were honest about it. So I asked for a DNA test because, again, I explained to her, I don't know you from a can of paint.
Exactly.
He don't really know you from a can of paint. You feel what I'm saying? And me personally, I didn't want to get invested in a child believing it's my grandson and it's actually, or my grandchild, and it's actually not. So I asked for a DNA test the first time I met her because I knew that they met on social media and because I knew it was a one-night stand.
So it was actually he actually took a blood test and he was actually proven to be the father.
He was actually proven to be the father. 99.9999%.
Okay. So after we're gonna speed it up a little bit, right? Do y'all have any like while she was pregnant, do you have any situations with her with like any drama or anything?
Absolutely. Something was always off with me about her. Like me and my fiance looked after they left that day and we was like, something ain't right with that situation. But because my son wanted to support her and wanted to be there for his child, I rolled with it because that's my son and I'm going to support him. You feel what I'm saying? So I rolled with it. So let me go to the first incident. All right. First of all, she left Durante in Texas. They went for a visit and she left him in Texas. That's how he got to Texas. And she was living here in New Orleans. She had her own apartment, the apartment that y'all saw. She was living there. So he was trying to contact her. And so after he hadn't heard from her, like calling her, then he started calling her friends, at least the ones that he knew. He started calling her friends. He wound up calling me and was like, "Ma, have you heard from Miranda?" I said, "Nah, I've been calling her for a couple of days, but she's not answering the phone." So he said, well, I called her friends, he was explaining to me. I said, well, send me her address and I'll go check on her, to make sure she's okay. Because she had supposedly got diagnosed with preeclampsia a couple of days before. And if anybody, well, all the females, all the females that have been pregnant know what I'm talking about when I say preeclampsia. So me and my boyfriend, we get in the car, we go over there. I'm sorry, and we pull up, we see her car. So I called Durante. I said, "Well, Durante, her car is out here, but I don't, her car is here, but all the house is pitch black." So we go knocking on the doors, we hollering, we screaming, "Miranda, Miranda, open the door, you home, da 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 da." So she not answering the door. I go to her neighbor's door. I'm knocking on the door to see if anybody saw her, because I was getting nervous thinking something happened to her in the house. So Durante was like, "Go to the window. There's a hole in the window. Holler in the window." So my boyfriend did that. So I said, "Well, she's not answering." So he said, "Well, go to the back door. The back door is broken. You can get in through that way." So Warren goes through the back door. He opens the front door. So he said, "Issa, come inside." When we don't find her, I said, I'm on the phone with Durante. I said, "Durante, I'm about to call 911 because I don't know what's going on." So he said, "All right, ma, call 911. So I called 911. I'm on the phone with 911. He's telling me to come in the house. And I was like, "Nah, I don't want to go in because we don't know what's in there. We don't know who in there. So let's wait." And he was like, "Nah, come in the house." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go in the house. Whoo, Jesus. How do I say this without totally embarrassing her? There's no way to say it. The house was filthy. You would have thought you were in an episode of Hoarders. I was standing about 2 inches off the floor on trash, gnats, bugs, maggots, everything. Cat jumped out at me. Yes, cat jumped out at me.
A cat jumped out?
A cat.
What the cat say something? The cat was like, "What you doing here?" The cat asked you any question?
He didn't feel like talking. He said no.
Okay. What color was the cat? Was it a black cat?
It was a black cat.
Okay, so she got a black cat in the house. It goes to figure. Go, keep going. God damn it, them black cats.
Okay, so my significant other, my guy, he goes walking in the house because he looking for it. It's pitch black in the house. So he come back and I'm still on the phone with 911 and he says, "Issa." I said, "What?" He says, "There's a hand on the closet door."
Wait a minute. This sounds like a horror movie right here.
I said, "What?"
Was it a black hand or a white hand?
It was a white hand.
What the fuck? A black cat and a white hand. This shit is getting good.
So I'm like, hand, and he like, "Yeah." So the 911 operator tells us, "Y'all not gonna open the door?"
What the fuck? Hell no.
I said, "Hell no." My man said, he said, "Hell no. I'm not opening that door. White people like to hang themselves in the closet no, I'm not opening that door." And I said, "Okay, well, we not gonna open the door. We gonna wait for y'all to come." So we go back outside. We wait for the police. The police come. I'm explaining everything to him or whatever. And he said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go in there and look around." Now, keep in mind, I left the front door open. We left it open, wide open. So the policeman walked up the steps, and I swear, oh God, if I'm lying, he could strike me down dead right now. That man turned around and he looked at me and my man and said, "How long this house been like this?" And I said, "Sir, I have no idea. This is my first time here." So maybe a minute or so passes, and I hear the officer say, "Come out of that closet. These people out here hollering and screaming for you, and you in a goddamn, come out of that goddamn closet. Who in there with you?" And I hear her say, "Nobody."
Was Was he talking about? Was he talking about her brain? Was he talking about? Was it nobody inside her head?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that was the real question. I don't know. But she was like nobody, and so he was like, them people out there hollering and screaming, they worried and concerned about you, and you in here hollering you hiding in the goddamn closet. So he asked her again, who in here with you? And she said nobody. So he said, go outside and talk to them people, and because they out there concerned about you. So we go, she come outside, and I said, Miranda, why are you in the closet? Why is this house like this? You cannot live in here like this. They was about to take her, take her away from the property and bring her to jail because she couldn't stay in the house like that. It was not fit for a human to be in, period, let alone a baby. So I told them, don't take her. I'll take her home with me.
That's how she started living with you?
That's not how she started living with me. So she tried to, she came back. I said, go get you some clothes, grab what you can grab, and then we'll come back tomorrow. You can stay with me, and tomorrow we'll come back and we'll try to clean this up. So she went in the house. She stayed in there a few minutes. She come back outside. She was just like, no, I'm just going to stay here and clean up or whatever the case may be. And I said, Miranda, if you ain't cleaned this up in all this time, you ain't going to clean it up. You feel me? I said, what times do you want me to be here so I can help you get this house cleaned up? She said, well, you can come tomorrow. So me and my children, me and my younger boys went over there and we cleaned that house up. Them garbage bags y'all seen out there, that wasn't shit. Not in comparison to what me and my children brought out of that house.
God damn. It's like she just went and brought, she just went and brought trash and the motherfucking dumped it in there to make herself feel comfortable. Is that the case? Or, or she just didn't.
I just think that's how she was raised. I don't think she has a sense of cleanliness. I just think that's the way she was raised, because I can't believe a regular human would want to live that way.
Was she pregnant then, or did she already have a baby?
She was pregnant. She was pregnant.
Okay, so after you had the baby, right? Like, the baby was first born, like, was there any complications of anything with the baby? Because I heard she used to smoke like packs of cigarettes a day and 3 blunts and a beer and Jack Daniels and cotton candy. Is that all right?
Now, I ain't gonna say to Jack Daniels because I don't think she's a drinker. Now, Mountain Dew, she drank that over water. You can't give her nothing.
All white people drink Mountain Dew and jump off mountains and shit. It's something in the Mountain Dew that motherfucker need to check out. They jump off from mountains. Niggas don't drink Mountain Dew. Niggas in Watts in South Central in New York and Chicago do not drink Mountain Dew. There's something in that shit. So she on Mountain Dew and cigarettes.
Mountain Dew and cigarettes. Well, when we got to the hospital, because she lied and said that she was 28 years old. So when it was time, yeah. And we didn't know.
She had her Facebook, we didn't know. Did she have her old Facebook picture on her face?
Yeah.
She had an old Facebook picture on her face.
I never even looked at if she had any social media, was she on any social media at that time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even.
You couldn't believe she was 28 though, because she looked 58 right now. She looked old as shit.
Well, I don't want. Let me please say this first. I'm not trying to offend no Caucasian people, but they age
fast.
They don't age well. So I just chalked it up to you living a hard life. You told me your mama was dead. You told me your daddy was dead. You told me that you didn't speak to your brother and you had no other family.
About that family.
So I just assumed you had a hard life. You told me that your mom and your dad was drug addicts. You told me that you emancipated yourself at 15 years old because your life was so hard at your house with your parents being drug addicts. So I just chalked it up as to her living a hard life, having to grow up fast. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn. She had the Benjamin Button disease then. God damn. The hell? I'm keeping it 100.
So, she was in labor and we were at the hospital. Me and my son, me and my son was at the hospital, which she had no family members there. It was only me and my son. So she was in labor, so I went to rub her back, try to calm her down or whatever the case may be. And I happened to look down at her wristband. And then the nurse came. I looked at the dicks. I said, this shit don't add up if you 28 years old. So when the nurse came in, and they make you repeat your name and your birthday when they come in the room, so I make sure to identify that you are the patient. So when she said her birthday out loud, I knew for a fact something was wrong. So I went outside, did my little calculations. I didn't say anything. I didn't get upset because actually that wasn't the time for that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So after everything was done and Jackson was here safe and sound, I was going home. So I asked my son to walk downstairs with me because I didn't say nothing to him because I wanted to see if he knew. You feel what I'm saying? So we walking downstairs and I asked him, I said, Durante, how old is Miranda? And he said, she 28, ma. Like that. I said, no, she not. And he said, what you talking about? I said, I looked at her wristband and I looked at her paperwork. And if you were paying attention, I listened to the nurse and what she said to the nurse. And them dates don't add up. Go and do your calculations. And she was 35 at the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So that was actually lie number one for me.
That's the first major lie.
That's the first phase of lies. That's how that's that's the beginning of the snowball of lies.
Okay.
You know.
So what would you say was the next phase of lies, or when you started to really look into her?
Again, let me say this, that for me, when Jackson came into the world and I saw the conditions of their house, I understood that Durante and I would absolutely have to be Jackson's saving grace. I knew that. That's why I stood when I shouldn't have stood for this raggedy person. You feel what I'm saying? I took a whole bunch off of her and accepted or dealt with her lies because I didn't want her to run off with Jackson. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And I want people to understand that had Miranda not started the foolishness online with all this posting and this lying and this and that, y'all would have never heard Miranda's name come out my mouth. At least in a negative light. I would have never said if me and my girl went hard with her, knowing all the shit she did, you feel what I'm saying? We went hard on Sheena because for her, y'all should know what my heart is. Period.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
That's
never about
that.
throwing her under the bus. It was never about making her feel bad. But when you lie and try to defame people's character and keep coming for their throat, y'all can't expect nobody not to respond. You feel what I'm saying?
Not just to respond, but to defend themselves with truth. Because you guys got a lot of receipts.
And I don't understand.
Cervical cancer and the open heart surgery.
Oh, she told us that she had an infection in one of her valves and she had to have open heart surgery. So actually when it clicked to me about the lies when we're in the hospital, all that other stuff started coming to my mind. So I'm looking, for a scar on her chest or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they done it with it laparoscopically or anything like that, shouldn't it be a scar? No scar. Then Jackson is a miracle baby because I had cervical cancer. Well, if you have cervical cancer, don't you have a hysterectomy? Or at least a partial hysterectomy? Well, if you have a partial hysterectomy, you ain't having no children. So that's lie number 3. We already in. This the first phase.
Right.
Hold on. I wanna Darcel, you there?
I'm here, baby. Can you hear me?
I want to hear you something, baby. I want to ask you something right quick, baby. Now you seeing this going on, right? Now, did you notice things too from afar, or did you think Issa was just tripping on everything?
From the very beginning, when we found out the age difference, I'm like, why would somebody lie about something simple as your age? First of all, why would you lie and say that you couldn't have a baby, that this baby was your miracle baby because you had cervical cancer, you had open heart surgery, as Asa said, open heart surgery, baby, it cracks your chest completely open. You actually saw that, they saw it open. So that leaves a permanent scar along with scar tissue. None of that. I said, okay. So when I'm like, to me, a lie is a lie is a lie. It don't matter how big or how small. Once you set that doubt in my mind, I automatically go to my investigation mode on your ass. Because if you lie to me about something as simple as that, Nisha, turn your volume up a little bit. I could barely hear you. If you can lie about simple things, you'll lie about any damn thing. So I wanted to know, I'm like, well, we don't know this young lady. So I started doing an investigation then, because I want to know, who are you? Who are you really?
Have you ever had personal conversations with her on the phone about, and question about who she is or her background, anything like that?
Never. I only congratulated her on the baby once I saw Jackson. The minute I laid eyes on that baby, I knew without a reasonable doubt that was Geronte Reed's baby. I was there from the very beginning of Geronte's life. I knew that baby was his.
Now you don't even stay in the same state that Geronte.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm located in Texas now.
How long you been in Texas?
I have been here since 2005, since Hurricane Katrina.
So you actually had to go visit. You had to actually go travel to see Jackson, right?
Absolutely. Okay, and I have seen Jackson several times in New Orleans when Miranda was not there, when he was in the presence of his grandmother. You're lying. You know what? I'm not going to even go there, but the receipts have proved you to be a liar.
I didn't mean to say that.
I've seen several pictures of Darcel with baby Jackson. You guys have to also.
Not only that, let me say this. Because the past 2 years, what people don't know, they look at me on the physical, but they don't know my struggle. I have beat that 3 times. I have been through hell and back physically. I have had a stroke. Since the stroke, I take with severe migraines that give me still stroke-like symptoms. Sometimes I don't even have the ability to speak because it affects my vocal cords. Just this March, before we started all of this, matter of fact, Mother's Day weekend, I had just got out of the hospital because I found out about that I was having trouble with my stomach since I had my stroke. I was having trouble swallowing my food. Anything I tried to eat, I regurgitated. So I went in for 2 separate procedures, and I had an upper GI and a colonoscopy done at the exact same time. They removed 7 polyps out of my body. 5 out of the 7 came back with precancerous cells. The worst condition of them all, they told me I had grade D esophagus attached with Barrett's. Do your research. Look it up. I ain't got to come with all that BS. But I was just like shy out of the hospital when Issa got that call and called me and said, I need you. The tone in my sister's voice let me know I didn't care about my condition. I had to drop everything that I was doing, and I immediately went into prayer and asked God to give me strength for what I was getting ready to face, because I had no clue to what I was about to walk into. None of us did.
This was the time, right? And you talking about the time you was going through this was the time Jackson was going through his struggle.
Yes. I had just found out. I was just out of the hospital, not even 2 days.
Wait, no. Before I don't want to get into that yet. I don't want to get into that yet, right? I want to back it up a little bit. I want to still talk about Jackson's life a little bit, and what kind of father you saw.
Right.
What kind of change you saw in Javante because of Jackson.
This is
you guys have watched a couple of the lives that Javante has done. He's a very intellectual, very smart young man. Most young people, they learn from their responsibilities. This one did not do that. He tried his best to have a relationship with a woman that he knew nothing of. All he knew was he had been planted a seed and created something beautiful inside of that young lady's womb.
Well,
and from that came that beautiful baby. So he tried on several occasions to do right by her, to have that family-oriented type thing that she so dearly wanted out of him. But out of the mouth of Miranda to me and to several others, she stated that she had never known that a woman can have a relationship with the man and the kid be in the dad's life if the man don't want the woman. I'm like,
she doesn't believe in co-parenting. If the
she does not believe in that. And those are words came out of her mouth, and there's receipts of those conversations.
So Issa, I wanna what kind of man did you see Jackson? I mean, what kind of man did you see Javante become because of Jackson? Like,
well, first let me say this. Me and Javante didn't talk for a while because of Miranda. You feel what I'm saying? We didn't talk for a while because of Miranda was lying to me, telling me Javante not helping me, he not doing this, he not doing that. Let me touch on that tax thing. You know them receipts that she posted about taxes?
About who?
About taxes. Javante
claiming that there's tax fraud.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. First of all, when she tell you that, she need to tell you that Miranda is the one who prepared the taxes. That's number one. I allowed my son to carry my younger 2 children on his taxes because I wanted to give him a better start. You feel what I'm saying? You done had a baby. Let's get your shit together. You need a car. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did for my son.
That's what mamas do.
That's what I did for my son. So you tell me how you can steal something that was given.
Yeah, that's what mamas do. That's what real mamas do.
She prepared them.
So when you talk about fraud, my girl, let's be clear and tell the truth. When you say something about me or my kid, tell the whole truth. Tell them you the one who prepared the taxes. Tell them.
You accountant.
Okay. So me and Javante hadn't talked for a while because she's telling me, oh, he don't want to help me. He don't want to do this. He just want to be a sperm donor. So me, being who I am, I got 3 sons. And I be damn if they going to be any kind of deadbeat. Deadbeat educationally, deadbeat as a father, deadbeat as a husband, because I ain't raising you like that. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that. You're going to be a man every day of the week. That's what you're going to be. You feel me? You ain't going to be no bust out here running from your responsibility. So, of course, yeah, I was getting in his ass. He's 23 years old. No, he don't want to know his mama fussing at him, but I'm going in because you're going to do the right thing. Because according to her, he's a bum. But all the while, my son and his auntie is sending her money to New Orleans, but she telling me she dead broke. So I'm paying for her cigarettes. I'm making sure Jackson have, because at this time you living with me. So when Jackson incident comes up, she actually thought that I wasn't going to hug my son and love on my son and be there for my son and talk to my son. Because when situations happen, when shit happen like that, or when any kind of situation happen that's deep on that level, guess what? Family come together and they going to always stick together. I'm always going to ride for him. No matter what the fuck he do, I'm going to ride for man.
As well, you should. That's what happened with me and my mother. I had to stand up for me and my mother. We didn't talk for a year. And the night before I was going to go apologize, I didn't like her boyfriend. I'm saying the way you is. I'm overprotecting my mom. We didn't talk for a whole year. And people kept on telling me, hey, go talk to your mama. And the night I got off stage to go see my mama, they said she had a cardiac arrest. And I didn't have a chance to talk to her no more. After that, I had to see her in the actual hospital for 2 years, deteriorating. Asking her, you know what I'm saying, because she had accept my apology and hoping she hear me. So I understand that completely. When you was like when that situation right there, I understand that completely.
I'm a Rastafarian. I don't care how mad I am with them. I don't care how mad I am with them. That is my child, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make sure they're straight. Period. You feel me? But watching him in that hospital, watching my son. Watch his son die.
Let's talk about that. Let's say we're gonna get on you right quick. So after a couple of times you had to go back, right? When did you when you came back, right? She said she needed you, right? When you came back, what was the first thing y'all started doing as a team?
When we came back from which visit? The first visit?
When you first heard of the tragedy and you came back there, the first incident of Jackson, and you had to come out there. What was your first plan?
I'm gonna be honest. I was totally lost. I was spiritually broken. I was physically drained within my body. I had to go to the Father and ask him to guide me, to lead me, to strengthen me, to give me the endurance to bear what I had just witnessed in that hospital room. Before I even go there,
there was a hot ass.
We didn't know how to even, where we going to start, because we didn't have the information that we needed. It was like pulling teeth and needles from Miranda. To get the information to be able to do the footwork. To start the process.
Wait, D, let's talk about that hospital room. This woman had the hospital staff under the assumption that my child, Durante, had no rights to Jackson.
Nope.
Had no rights to him.
Let's talk about custody because Durante actually put himself on child support. That's correct, right?
Yes, he did.
Absolutely correct. Miranda presented these papers. Can you guys see me?
No, we see your face. We see your icon.
How do I switch this around?
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at.
You gotta switch it around.
I'm looking at a blank screen.
Like when you had it at first.
Oh Lord, y'all know I don't know how to do this crap.
You gotta push that camera. You see it's a camera, you got an X in the middle of it.
Okay, there it goes.
There we go.
Well, let me put this back. Let me set this back up, guys.
This thing went got.
Okay, can y'all see me now?
Y'all know this thing went got beat at 12
Girl,
o'clock at night.
Should not beat, boo. Should I beat? Don't y'all look at me. Wait.
Nigga got a bonnet on and a t-shirt.
Right here.
Go ahead and explain that to them and what that is.
This is the temporary court order. Now, there is a
final court order
establishing that Durante Reed is Jackson's paternal parent and has equal custody.
Joint, not sole. Joint. So means
she was not the sole parental parent, but she gave the hospital these papers. You are so dumb because the information you fit, that was fraud. That's called fraud.
Oh.
This little key over here in the cookie jar ain't to be played with. I don't play no damn games like that.
Y'all better not fuck with them. Y'all better. Woo-wee.
Now,
See,
Don't play no goddamn games.
go
like that.
further into that first day.
See,
I'm sorry.
this is what they thought. They thought they were fooling with two little
ignorant ass black girls from New Orleans. That's what they thought.
From New Orleans. They was ghetto. Not, don't get me wrong, because my children say I'm ghetto and bougie all at the same time. I am who I am. Yes, I am a Christian, but I ain't no hellified, sanctified and Holy Ghost filled, and all I talk about is the Lord. Now, let me tell y'all something. I have issues with myself. God's still working on me, so y'all got to keep on praying for me. Because see this mouth, sometimes it don't realize that it's saved with the rest of this body, so it will cuss you the fuck out.
I know some girls whose mouth is
my family.
I know some girls whose mouth is dangerous, but in a different way. You know.
You stupid.
Also, let me.
I'm gonna just keep on going into this.
People look at me and they don't know my physical struggle with my sickness and my illness, but some of them do, and they take that shit for weakness. You piss me off, I will turn into my alter ego, my superhero, all wrapped up into one, and that girl will fuck your ass up. Don't fuck with me like that.
Somebody should know that personally. We ain't gonna say nobody's name, but somebody should know that.
Oh, they know, boo. They know.
Yeah, somebody should know that personally. Y'all heard her voice, so y'all should know that personally. Who not to fuck with?
Stay in your lane, cause guess what? I ain't gonna drive over your ways. I'm gonna come with a freight train.
Yeah, she get them receipts. She get them with real receipts. So she pulled it down. Anisha, do you want to get to the hospital thing now, or do you want the hospital?
Yeah.
So I basically in the hospital, we all had to be escorted up. Let me tell you about this part. We all had to be escorted up every time we went in and came out. And I noticed that Miranda was the only one with the badge. So I didn't say nothing right away. I just watched. I said because I'm a very a person that absorbs the scenery. Yes. So I'm noticing. I'm like, why does mom have certain access and dad is so limited? This is his baby that he's visiting that's clinging on to life that he's fighting for. Why is he being treated so differently? So I asked for the charge nurse to come up to explain it to me.
We don't want to get into that yet. We don't want to get into that yet. First of all, we want to get into how Jackson died. Before we get into that, we want to talk into how the incident happened, because I heard it was some very tricky stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like before, like, with the babysitter or something like that. Was that all 100? Everything was 100 on Miranda's side that led up to it.
Y'all see the side eye?
Well, what happened was my son and his family in Texas was watching Jackson. Watching them so she can go to work and he can go to work. Or if Durante was off, he would watch Jackson. So he always had somebody to watch him that was related to him. He always had that. So she chose, because she's trying to get at him because he don't want to be in a relationship with her. So she decides she wants to take Jackson away from him and put him in a daycare. So I was like, well, I just think it's the best situation. Okay. So when we talked about facilities, I thought Jackson was in a facility. We never knew it was a babysitter that she found on Craigslist. And we found that out in the hospital when CPS came up there to talk to us, because we was trying to find out what the fuck is going on. What actually happened to Jackson?
Wait. So
babysitter had actually been visiting the hospital, right?
Yeah. She lies to us and tell us that some preacher came up to visit her, and all the while we find out it's the girl's husband that came up to visit Jackson and to see Jackson. So she still was in conversation.
Y'all didn't hear that. She said it was the girl's husband.
Say that again.
I said She had us under the impression that no contact was with Courtney and her husband. Lying to us, telling us that a preacher came up there to visit her. When we found out, it was Courtney's husband that
Courtney's
came to see
husband?
Jackson and check on Jackson.
That's crazy. And look, so the whole thing. So me personally, I thought that he was that the French fry was going after license, the babysitter license or whatever.
She ain't never had no license. She
Yeah,
never
never
had
had-
no license.
Wasn't that
That
what the
She
girl
was
never
a
had a
license.
license in the state of Texas. We found that out in the hospital room when CPS came to talk to us.
Nisha, wasn't that one of the freedom fighters thing they were fighting for was like better? Like, was that this case or was that another case?
I think that's another case. That can't be this.
So
case.
what-
She ain't had no license. She ain't had no license.
Okay, what was the justice that the freedom fighters claimed they was fighting for in this case?
What happened was they were not trying to press any charges on this young lady. Like they weren't trying to do nothing. You feel me? They weren't trying to pursue anything until me and Darshell got involved. When we started calling and harassing, and I'm flying back and forth to Texas on my motherfucking money. Freedom fighters ain't paid for shit for Easter. I paid for my plane ticket running back and forth to Texas to get this shit done.
There was something in the thing.
From the $600 that Jen took out, he didn't hand that to either one of y'all.
Hell no. We ain't never got no money or nothing like that. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it was never about a dime for me. Never about a dime for my sister. Never about a dime for Durante. It was all about making sure this woman paid for what she did to Jackson. That's all it's ever been about for my family. Well, what the fuck is we gonna gain monetarily from this shit?
Oh no, I wasn't even trying to see if you guys.
Oh no, not you. Not you, Niche. Not you. Okay. I'm just saying the stuff that people have been saying out there. You know what I'm saying? We in it for the money and da 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 da. What money we getting? We spending money. We ain't getting no money, and I don't want a dime back. I don't want nothing back that I poured into this situation because that is my grandson, and that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do when somebody murders him and they trying to walk away with it. Hell no, that ain't working.
Speaking of murder, right? Can I ask you a question, right? Did Miranda put something up on the post that the babysitter put something up on the post like I thought we had a deal or an agreement or something like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did you ever explain that?
Hell no.
Did anybody?
Hell no, because by that time she on the other side of the fence. She done jumped over there with them clowns. You feel what I'm saying? So she ain't gonna answer that. She not gonna answer me at all because she know what it's hitting for over here. She already know.
Okay. We're gonna get into now we're gonna get a little further into like the accident, right? Like first when things start first happening in the hospital. Now when y'all first went to the hospital, what did the doctor explain to y'all was happening with Jackson?
At first, they really wouldn't say much around us. They would only talk to her, like take her out to the side and not really say nothing to us about what's going on until we basically turned that paper in and they had to talk to my son. They didn't necessarily have to talk to me, but somebody needs to explain to my son what is going on with his son.
Right.
You feel me? So once they told us, once she gave permission, y'all can speak freely. Bitch, you don't have to give me permission. This paper right here that my son holding gives me permission to hear and speak in anything I want to do in this motherfucker. That's number one. But once they had sat down and they talked to us and they said, Jackson is not going to get better. He's going to pass. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, but he's going to pass. The most they gave us is 6 months.
That's what they told me the same thing with my mother. Like after 48 hours, if you don't come back, your brain is permanently dead, and the best you can do is be a vegetable until
Right.
basically
That's
your
it. You
life
pay.
is over.
That's it.
So the doctor told you basically right then and there that is no coming back.
Nothing.
Okay, can I say something? Can I speak? Can I speak?
Also, you can push mute when you're doing that. Like it's a button you push mute. So it's on the thing. So you
Don't
on the
tell her to do
background.
that, Blaq. Don't tell her to do that. She gonna press the wrong shit.
All right. Now go ahead, Darcel.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all can
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So after I first initially went up to the hospital, I had to basically threaten the hospital administrators for them to communicate to us, because that was not happening, as Issa stated. So I told them if they didn't speak to us, they were going to face some cameras. And I was very serious with those words that I spoke. As they were doing whatever they were doing, trying to find out who can come up to talk to us, I was on the phone Googling. And I called every news outlet. And I told them I would say, I'm not going to make this a shit show. But the first person to respond gets the story. That's how we first did our initial story.
And she did not want to participate. She refused to
did not want to be a part of anything. So she openly told the CPS investigator and her staff, she gave them permission to speak to me. So the very next day, that lady called me and she said, I noticed that you were very observant in that room. The whole time we were talking, you were taking notes. I was taking notes on my discharge papers. That's the only thing I had to write on in my purse. I had just got out of the hospital. So I got Courtney's first name out of Miranda, and I got her husband's last name when she told me that she claimed that he was the pastor coming to visit to pray with her in the hospital. So I put two and two together when I went to his page, and I'm like, this says that this boy is married to Courtney. So I went back to Courtney's page and I found out, I linked them two together. I'm like, wait, so he's a minister? I couldn't understand for the life of me, for the 4 days or the 5 days that the family wasn't notified. You have the baby killer up at the hospital with you, her mother and her husband, and the boss, Miss Mary. That was the lady you guys heard on the phone. She was with Miranda the entire time before we arrived.
Let's remember, this happened on a Friday. We didn't know anything until Tuesday. Y'all count them days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days.
It was 5 days.
We knew anything.
So y'all didn't know he was in the hospital or anything
we did not know he was
days.
For 5 days. Not even my son, who lived in the same city with him.
Lives in the same city with her.
And how did y'all find out exactly?
I kept calling and texting. So finally, she answered my text. The last text I sent, it was like a couple of seconds later, the phone rung. And I'm like, hey, where y'all been? I've been looking for y'all. I've been worried. Y'all okay? And she was like, nobody called you? I was like, somebody who's supposed to call me? She said, the police. I said, what the police calling me for? And she said, well, I was with Miss Mary. She's bringing me to pick up my car. I broke my phone. And she lied about the phone. The phone wasn't never broke, y'all. I broke my phone, whoop the whoop. So when she said car, I just thought they had an accident or something, you know? And I said, y'all okay? And she was just like, she said, no. I said, well, where is Jackson? So she starts to cry. So I said, Miranda, where is Jackson? She starts to cry even harder. And so my heart started beating fast because she wasn't answering me about Jackson, you know? And so I said, Miranda, where is Jackson? She's still crying. And I don't know for the life of me why this was my next question, but it was my next question. I said, is Jackson dead? And she said, no, he's on life support. And I just dropped the phone. And my boyfriend came in and he picked the phone up, and I just went into panic mode. I just knew I needed to get to Texas. So we never knew what happened to Jackson until we got to Texas.
She never
8
told
hours
y'all
later.
never. Dante get a chance to go to the Texas too?
Durante was already in Texas. He went when she called him. He went straight up there.
So he find out? He found out the same time y'all found out, or he found?
He found out the same time
the
we found
same
out.
time the boy live in the same city with her. Who the fuck does that? You
Now,
one foul. You one foul person.
Now after the doctor said that the baby was like wasn't gonna come back, what was her response to the baby not being able to come back?
She already knew. She knew
He
before
knew
we got
already.
there during those
We
5
the only
days. They
dummies
had
didn't
already.
know. We
They
the
gave
only
Miranda
people didn't know.
paperwork to sign.
So y'all think it's a possibility that the baby can come back?
That's what we wanted an impression of.
When did y'all find out the baby wasn't coming back?
When I got the call from the head CPS lady, Miss Elaine Gatewood, she asked me to come back. She said, ma'am, they're getting ready to go into the room.
At the hospital.
She said, Jackson is having a lot of involuntary movements, and the family are thinking that the movements is because he's responding to them. He's not. His eyes had started flickering, and they were going to take his eyes shut. And I said, ma'am, to that room and tape Jackson's eyes shut and start pulling him away from those machines. My sister and my nephew are not going to understand that. Y'all are going to have hell on your hands. I was going to
beat the brakes off that bitch.
And I begged her not to do that. She said, Miss Levy, she said, that's why I'm calling you. She said, you seem like to be the voice of reason for the family. They're going to need somebody strong to hold them up when we tell them this news. She said, if by chance, do Durante have any paperwork that proves his parental rights? I said, yes, ma'am, he does. I said, matter of fact, he carries them with him in that backpack that he has. I don't know if he have it on him right now, but I'll call. And she said, have him to present it to the hospital administrator, because Miranda has instructed the entire nursing staff, the hospital administrators, that Durante had no parental rights, that she was a console parent. And she also informed us that she was fearful for her life from you guys, that she has never really had a relationship with you all, that you guys were a strange family, and a strange family from her and Jackson. And I'm like, oh my God, are you freaking kidding me?
She said, well, a fucking liar. I hate a fucking liar.
She said, we know that to be a lie. She said, I've been in this field 30-something years. She said, we are trained to watch body language. She said, the entire time you sat there and you questioned her. She said, everything that she told us, she said, we were confused and baffled. She said, we were embarrassed. We were embarrassed. So we knew everything she said was a lie. And that lady wanted to arrest her ass on them lies, but she couldn't do it. She said if it was in my power, but she did recommend it into her report. Miranda, we have receipts. Miss Gatewood is willing to work with the family still to this day. When we went back to Colleen, guess who greeted us?
Elaine Gatewood.
Okay, now from the time that you got from the hospital, you learned that he's not going to come back, right? How long did the actual process it took for him to pass?
It was
even after they removed all the tubes. Okay, she waited so long to do what she did, and she already knew Jackson was not going to come back. He wasn't going to come back. Mm-hmm. Jackson starved to death.
Oh my God!
In a half a weeks.
So
Well, they gave us the choice because he had a tube. He lost the ability to swallow, so we would have to suck, his saliva out his mouth so he didn't choke, right? So
Either choke
we
to death or starve to
either
death was the
choke to death
option.
or that was the options.
wow, and that's the same kind of options that they gave me. Option my mother like either they can do the CPR and crush her chest,
But that
or they can
baby
just
did
let her.
not have to suffer. This is what people don't realize, and this is why the call was made to me by the
Yeah.
CPS division. Because at that point, they had to step in and advocate on Jackson's behalf because he was suffering unnecessarily because she already knew there was no possibility that baby would come back.
She could have let
I'm
him
talking about
go that first night because
what
he
was the what was
coded
the
Did
total,
not
4
tell
times.
that to us.
what was the
She
total
didn't tell that
time?
to us.
What was the total in the
Jackson laid
hospital?
in that hospital from May 12th until July 8th. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So the last 39 days that she keeps speaking of, Miranda, what about those 39 days? Do
Well,
they
let me
They
tell
got
eat
you what
at
happened
you?
in them 39 days. In them
Do they eat
39
at you?
days, a cancer patient, you see this big ass scar on my neck? That's cancer. A cancer patient got a job to help pay for a fucking funeral that she claimed we ain't did nothing about. That's what Issa went did to make sure
While the
he
whole
had a
time, hold
decent
on,
fucking funeral.
pause. Because you fraudulently filled out that paperwork through the victim advocates department. This girl does her homework, boo.
Mm-hmm.
You fraudulently filled out those paperwork. You did not include Geronte Reed's name on any of them. You told them people the same lies that you told to the hospital. So now they're trying to figure out how they're going to save face because they can actually get in a world of trouble for what they did.
When it comes to
50,000 was advocated in Jackson's goddamn name. So them goddamn medical bills she put up there, Anisha, can you put up the receipts? We have copies of those, Miranda.
Yep.
Guess what, guys? Those medical bills are paid in full. She does not have any bills lingering over her head. Everything has been wiped clean. The $50,000. Now, I want to say, if my memory serves me correctly, Jackson's medical bills totaled up to over $36,000. You do the math.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Is she a crackhead? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Is she a crackhead? Because she got all the crackhead habits. I ain't saying she a crackhead, but she's very crackish. I mean, it's just.
Hello,
I mean,
you definitely have the tendencies.
I mean,
Now, I can't confirm that. But I don't have the receipts on that. But if I keep digging, I
God
probably will
damn.
find something.
I mean the house. I mean the habits. I mean the living situation. I mean the lies. The fucking deceit. The fucking the MO. Who hides in the fucking closet? I
Her
So
mean,
while you up on
crackheads do that.
Facebook posting, hold on, let me
posting
thank her, y'all. Let me thank
bullshit,
her.
telling
Wait, hold on.
people the
Let me thank
damn
her
truth.
publicly. Before she even posted, I promised to God, I told my little play daughter over there, I said, she's going to post. I said, because she's bold with her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Something. This tongue is a deadly ass weapon. You got to watch what you speak out of your mouth, and you got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. It grant you your ass that wish. I told her, I said, she's going to post these papers. The same paper she posts, guess what I did? I hadn't already sent them over as receipts.
Yep. Yep.
They're paid. So, she fed into my little bitty hands. So when you did that, anything that you post onto social media stands in federal law. That's criminal. So now you lied on the Attorney General's office, my love. You have lied on the city, Bell County Victim Advocates Department. You lied. Because are you saying, Miranda, that they did not pay Jackson's medical bills? What that $50,000 was for? People, I have the breakdowns. I have paperwork. I have paperwork. I have paperwork. Don't play with this little girl over here. Don't play with me, boo.
And the crack dude got paperwork too. He got paper out of that work. Believe that. He got paper out of that
Hold
on. I'm just saying.
There's more.
Very crack is. So he's.
There's lots more.
Yeah.
So when did
now for anybody that has donated any money, especially during the time that they were advocating on Jackson's behalf, because this family over here hadn't received a dime. Please don't say that you used it for the protest because you didn't buy one goddamn poster board.
Ask them where they get all them t-shirts from. I did it.
Hold on.
Not do anything.
Yeah, Issa and her husband has their own t-shirt company, and those t-shirts were donated by their company.
Wow.
I do event planning, and I own my own business. I am a caterer by trade. So I work a lot in my city when it comes down to soliciting donations from different corporations and businesses. Minute I knew we were going to Texas, baby, I went to work.
Exactly.
The California team came in. They hosted a great event at their house. Then people put out money.
Kelly.
We were very we are so appreciative for that. And so what they did, I called several businesses within the city of Killeen. Never set foot in the city of Killeen in my life. I just told them who it was, what was going on, and how many people I was expecting and what I needed. We had so much food in that house, so we could have went out the next day and feed the homeless.
Y'all could have donated some of that shit to me. Next time y'all got that much food, send me some of that shit to California.
I got you. You let me know about your event so late, but it's not too late. So let me tell you something about your event. Don't worry about that event. That's gonna be handled. We got you.
Look, I want to
keep going.
I want to get into.
Keep going. Keep going.
I want to get into this funeral thing. I want to get to this funeral part, right? Like you said.
God.
Like, was it an actual funeral?
It was an actual funeral. She was trying to cremate Jackson and not have no service.
What do you mean?
This girl was trying to intercept the body from Dallas because the autopsy was actually done here in Dallas. She was trying to intercept the body without the family knowing and was going to have Jackson cremated and then take the body and run. Take the ashes and run.
And what stopped that?
The funeral home. They transported Jackson before she was able to get there.
Yeah.
Are you serious? But you finna go behind the whole family back and get the baby cremated. And what was her purpose in that? Just to get back at Javante, or just out of envy and spite, or like did she have a reason?
There's no rhyme or reason to her logic. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be.
There's no rhyme or reason to her logic. You feel what I'm saying?
Miss Solo 78, baby, you hit it dead on the head. That's exactly what that was.
I'm not saying she a crackhead, but that's very crackish. That's crackish right there, you know? You don't just do that behind with no motive, no reasoning, just like
no rhyme or reason. I never did this child anything but try to love on her and help her and be there for her. She can't tell you one fucking thing I did to her. Not one.
Nope.
So at the funeral, so who made all the funeral arrangements and things like that? Was she part of that, making the funeral arrangements and things?
What happened was, my brother is a pastor. So when we, when we found out Jackson wasn't gonna make it, he started talking to me about making arrangements. I told him, I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that is, I just at that particular point could not deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? So I, will put him on three-way with Miranda, and we talked about some things. And because he's a pastor, of course, he has a relationship with the funeral home. Right. So he called up his buddy at the funeral home because she was the owner and the head director. and talked to her, let her know what the situation was. And the lady was just like, when we talked to her, she was more or less like, you know, I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, me and Pastor Reed has been friends for years, yada, yada, yada. And she said, once I heard the story, I was absolutely all in for helping you guys. So she told us the only thing that we needed to pay for was the transportation of his body back to New Orleans and his actual cremation. Everything else was taken care of. They were going to eat that cost for us. So we discussed arrangements with her, and she was just like, I don't really know what's, you know, how to do this. We never had funerals and all that stuff. So I said, okay, well, don't worry about it. You know, we'll press forward with the plans, but we will absolutely keep you in the loop of everything as far as, you know, talking to the funeral director, because I would not do that. I would not be disrespectful to her as a mother. You feel what I'm saying? So every conversation that at least I had with the funeral director, she was on three-way. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't leave her out, you know, but we made sure Jackson had clothes. We made sure he had his flowers, his posters, t-shirts, whatever was needed. We made sure it happened.
What I'm trying to get to is what the fuck did she do? That's what I'm trying to ask. That's what
she told
not a goddamn thing.
When Jackson was shipped and she didn't know that he was already here, because I asked her, I said, is Jackson here? And that girl flat lied to me. Not knowing that she called the funeral home to find out had Jackson been shipped, because she went there and his body wasn't there. She went off on that lady. You feel what I'm saying? So the lady called my brother and told my brother that Miranda asked that we be given no information.
Right.
No information. She was not allowed to give any information to my son, myself, or my brother.
It's automatically like this on some bullshit. Oh, that's crazy. And not knowing that's your bro, so he got to call you like, hey, sis, this is what they trying to do.
The funeral director called my brother on the phone and said, look, I don't know what's going on, but you my boy, so I got to tell you what the tea is, because she trying to backdoor y'all. She don't want y'all with no information.
Of course not. Of course not. Nobody wants us with any information.
Shit crazy.
So I'm talking about, what did she do to get the funeral? Y'all got the clothes, y'all made the arrangements, y'all set up what did she do? Nothing. That's what I'm trying to find out. She didn't do a goddamn thing. She didn't set her no. She didn't get the clothes.
For shit. She didn't pay for shit. Nothing. Not one thing. Not one. Wait, I'm lying. She made these little wreaths that stood on the side of his casket. I'm going to send you pictures, and I'm going to show you which one of the little wreaths is hers.
And so during the funeral, was it funeral ran smooth and everything, or was there no drama at the funeral?
Hell no, it was drama. It was drama because, well, first of all, everybody that was in there was related to me or affiliated to my son in some form or fashion. She didn't have one single family member. Not one.
But she ain't got no family members though. She ain't got no family. She's lost. What? She ain't got no family members. She don't know her family members. Her family members don't know who the fuck she is and nothing like that. So that's why none of her family members, because she don't know her family members, right?
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
It wasn't a question. I said she don't know her family members. It's not a question. I'm telling y'all, she don't know her family members. Because after she put on Facebook and YouTube, she don't know her family members. So that's why her family's. I'm telling y'all what happened.
Put up the goddamn receipts. I'm a receipts kind of person. I'm a nonsense motherfucker. Put up the fucking receipts. Bitches, this your family. You know what? Don't fuck the receipts. I'm gonna make this bitch a billboard. I'm fuck a poster board. Fuck a poster board. Fuck a milk carton. I'm gonna put that whole on them billboards that's on the side of the highway. I don't give a fuck how much it costs.
Who family? Who do I belong to?
Bitch, I'm gonna make your ass a fucking billboard. Fuck a hashtag. Fuck a poster board. You going on a billboard, you dirty bitch, because I want to know when people drive by in and out of these states, they're going to see your face and it's going to say, do you know me? But guess what? We know who your ass is and we know your motherfucking family too, bitch. We found your people. You say you ain't had no fucking family, lying motherfucker.
Found them. Found them.
I told you, bitch, I don't play checkers. Bitch, we play jack over here.
Exactly.
That's the game. That's the game.
Stop
It's chess.
playing with us. Fuck wrong with y'all dumb motherfuckers? Y'all ain't learned yet. I put you bitches in timeout for 3 months. I put you bitches in timeout because I'm like, you know what? Let they ass sit there and wait on them.
This whole situation has been.
Y'all ain't tired yet.
This whole situation has been a lifetime movie. I have been living a lifetime movie for about 2 years. If I just told a perfect stranger this, they would not believe me.
People will look at us like we goddamn crazy.
They would not believe me.
Did she feel uncomfortable at the funeral because of all your people there and wasn't none of her people there?
She should have. She should have. She should have. She should have.
Miranda, don't run here, boo. Don't run. Because this girl right here, she gonna find your bitch ass.
Okay, now we're gonna get into.
We know you know from running.
We'll get into how did the investigation start? Who came up with the idea for the investigation? Why they wasn't running an investigation? How did the investigation?
How did the case start? How did we start digging? Is that the question?
Yeah. Because evidently it wasn't a gap where the lady wasn't nobody charged with the crime or anything like that. It was a period of time.
Well, what happened was I had been emailing the DA's office trying to find out what was going on with the case. And I really wasn't getting nowhere. So I called up Darshell and I said, you know how when something in your spirit you can't rest, like it's bugging you, it's bothering me. And I knew what that story was a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? How he strangled in a car seat. Somebody explain that to me because it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make sense to me. And it just wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away in my, like I couldn't get right. I couldn't sleep. Something ain't right. This some bullshit they on. So I called up Darshell and I said, D, I need you to help me. I need you to help me because I'm not getting nowhere and I need to find out what really happened to Jackson. She said, okay, E, give me a minute. Let me think about what we're going to do. And we're going to roll from there. And that's really how it started. So she was just like, let's hashtag his name, put his picture up there, and put his story under there, and just, tag people and ask them to share. Get his name out there. Meanwhile, we calling the DA's office, harassing the shit out of them. And then when she told us, I'm not talking to you no more over the phone, I told her, don't worry, I'll be at your office. So I got me a flight, and we went on up there to the DA's office. Me and her.
That's a question. Like, we need motherfucking answers to our goddamn questions. So after y'all talk to the DA, what happened?
And we're not leaving until y'all answer.
That's it.
So what happened to when y'all talked to the DA?
They still was trying to give us the runaround, back and forth. So I kept coming back and forth to Texas, trying to gather paperwork. Everything that they had, we wanted it. Every piece of documentation they had, we wanted it. 911 call, police report, hospital report.
Wait. Why did you have to go to Texas? What Miranda in Texas?
Yeah.
So why she didn't go in this fact?
Miranda had this information, but she refused to release it to us. So we had to go do our own paperwork.
Yeah,
so she wouldn't give y'all the paperwork. Y'all have to do your own shit. It would have been easy for her just to go and get the paperwork for the DA and make it easier on y'all and give y'all, since y'all was doing y'all shit, give y'all the paperwork.
No, what she was hoping was we wouldn't find out all this information.
No, because we would have found out way more than she wanted us to know.
So what did you start finding out when you started gathering this information?
I came home and I said, Issa, I said, it's enough of this bullshit. Because they have to talk to him. They have to talk to us. She was like, well, what do you mean? I said, I'm going home and I'm going to type up this form to communicate on one's behalf. See that seal down there? You see that seal?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
That means it's certified.
You see that?
That means it's signed. Legit. I know
So
the legal
dead
shit.
lying ass. You thought them people was gonna talk to your dumb ass. Some people was not gonna talk to him and tell him shit.
So that bullshit about he got the indictment, he's a motherfucking liar. And tell him I
They was
said
not
that
gonna indict
shit.
this young lady.
I heard they didn't even want his
Now
ass
I'm
on the
gonna
camera.
call out. Huh?
I heard they didn't even want his ass on the camera when he was down there. I heard motherfuckers didn't want him on the camera.
Jed didn't show up. We had about 3 or 4 press conferences that day.
About, I
And
think 4.
Jed didn't show up until after the indictment was handed down, after the DA had came down and talked to us, and we was about to leave when he showed up. Yep. And so happened a camera crew showed up at the same time or a little bit before him.
Was y'all doing that? Show them what the family look like. Was y'all doing that shit? Y'all wasn't.
Not when he wasn't out there. When he wasn't out there, let me tell you what he said. He said, you know, I know everything is over, but we got to get on camera and show everybody something. You know, we got to get them riled. We got to get them riled up. We got to, you know, show them we did something. No, bitch, I ain't got to show them I did shit because I did what the fuck I was supposed to do.
Okay, and then some.
I went up there and I fought for my grandbaby.
So what was his reason for being late? He didn't give you one. He's like, I'm the president, daddy, and I do what the fuck I want to. And I
No, he couldn't find a car. He couldn't get a car. And see, he flew into Dallas. Dallas is 3 hours away from Killeen. So every time I came to Texas, I flew into Dallas to where Darshell is. And we would drive from Dallas 3 hours to Killeen. And from Killeen back to Dallas 3 hours in one day.
That nigga said he was doing a Facebook Live from a car, said he was going to the motherfucker. How he didn't have a car? Ain't that a bitch? This nigga is good. This nigga is real good. So after what made y'all reach out to the French fries? Like what made y'all want to like even consider their help?
I was actually following the Kanika Jenkins case. And I kept hashtagging Justice for Jackson, Justice for Jackson. Say something about that case. One night they were there and a couple of people got arrested. I know how to get media attention real quick. They were getting ready to leave us about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I told them, I said, don't leave. Let me start making calls. I've never been to Chicago. I have family members that live there. Didn't know when. So I was, you know, into the comments. And I went into the comments and saw where that jail was located. Once I got the zip code, I started researching like what news channels was out there. So I reached out to one. There was a lady. This lady was either 6 or 8 months pregnant. When she went out there with 2 cameramen, got coverage that night at that jailhouse. So I think I inboxed Val. I know who I was and how they got the news coverage that night. And I told her I was dealing with my own situation with my nephew, and I wished them well on Kanika Jenkins' case. So they started seeing the hashtag Justice for Jackson. And it wasn't Jed, it was actually Sheena. Sheena holds to Jackson's picture. She knew that she had to come and take part and do something to help and speed along the process, to be that support.
Sheena reached out. It wasn't Pim and Jay. Sheena one reached out. Sheena was.
It was not Jed. It was
not
Sheena.
Jed. It was Sheena.
Okay. So after all the little bullshit with the freedom fighters and things like that, when did y'all start noticing that the freedom fighters was full of shit?
I really knew they were full of shit during the time of the Atlanta fight. That shit was crazy as hell. It didn't make no goddamn sense. I broke that story apart in 10 damn minutes. and they all knew I did. I got the receipts.
You know how
I got the receipts.
you got that little spidey sense in the back of your head when something tell you something ain't right. I'm not gonna tell you I ever felt totally comfortable with them. I can tell you that I felt like, or I believe that I had a connection with Sheena. So for
And I'm gonna
me,
say
when the
this.
stuff started going left with Sheena, that's when I started paying attention to what what was really going on. Because to be honest with you, I wasn't really trying to attach myself to them. You feel what I'm saying? Not in that manner. You feel what I'm saying? I was appreciating their help in whatever capacity that they were trying to help me. But when I first talked to Jed on the phone, he was flat. There was no compassion in his voice. None. Zero. It was like, okay, like it was something else to do. Not that he was truly trying to fight for something. You feel what I'm saying? So I never connected with that nigga. He would never, when the first time I saw him, he would never look me in my eyes. And he would never sit around me too long. You feel what I'm saying?
But
I've been hearing lately.
mean, she was there the entire time.
I've been hearing all the
That's
ladies.
why I was so hurt. That's why I was so hurt, and that's what brought on that emotion out of me during that live. But we were all deceived by this one darn person. And when that spirit of discernment hit in, I'm like, the minute we got off of that live, I immediately told Issa, I said, something in my spirit ain't set well. She was like, what you mean?
So you never saw him in real life.
The first time we saw Jay was the protest day. That was the first time we ever saw Jay.
So both of y'all saw Jay.
That was the first time Issa had seen Jed. I had thought
she had saw him
here to start their chapter. If you go back and watch all of the lives, I was there for the Dallas. I drove with them to what was it, Waco. I also drove. We left Waco when we came back here. We started the Houston chapter. All three of those chapters started off of Jackson protest. Then they started branching out.
So did you get the sign? Did you get the sense? Do you get the sense that Pimpin' J was retarded too? Because I've been hearing a lot of stuff that he can't really hold no conversation and look people in the eye. He only can look in the camera and have a conversation. So did you get the retarded sense in real life too, that he was kind of like, head was really like the retarded head? Marcel, did you get that?
Sheena was the backbone of that organization, and that's exactly why it's falling to hell right now.
He has no personal, he's not personable.
Yeah, that's crazy in real life. And he's supposed to be president. And how he transformed that shit. You are a magician. You are. This nigga
Jed is very careful. He's very careful when he holds a conversation with anybody because he lies so much. He can't keep up with the lies, first of all. And he strategically places himself in and out of conversations because he's afraid of the questions that's going to come before him. So he tried to avoid conversation as much as possible.
And certain people, because he know real recognize fake off the dome.
Now, y'all had a conversation with his mama too. That was real big too. Now, what do y'all think?
I don't disrespect my elders. I swear to God, I wasn't raised to disrespect my elders. But see that motherfucker right there? She could catch it. She could catch that fade.
Do you think she's really hiding?
I wanted to so bad to go there, but I could not go there with that lady. And I'm gonna tell you guys why.
I went there. Fuck that motherfucker.
Why she didn't just cuss her ass out? I couldn't. Had I did that, I wouldn't have never got that conversation out of her. Sometimes you got to learn how to try the spirit by the spirit.
I wasn't going for this shit. Not me. I wasn't going for this shit. I understand why Darshell did what she did, and I'm grateful to her for that because we wouldn't have got what we got out of that conversation. But me, I wasn't going for that fake ass fucking shit. Fuck you, bitch.
Now,
And
you
if
think
you
she?
ever call my phone trying to chastise me like I'm 3 years old, bitch, I will walk to where the fuck you at and knock your goddamn head off. Fucking play with me. This a grown ass 44-year-old woman over here. You ain't gonna play with me like I'm no motherfucking child coming at me with that fake ass shit.
But she tried to get you too. That shit was
She
funny.
tried.
She tried to get
tried.
you.
She tried. I ain't the one. I will cuss her ass the fuck out. With
You
no
got
problem.
cuss the fuck out.
Would I?
So after all the funeral things and shit like that, right? And all the Bimmy J saga and things like that, right? What was the backlash after
Oh, now we
y'all
the bad
actually stopped
people.
fucking?
We the bad people. Because honestly, we were trying to walk away, you know, on a peaceful note. You feel me? But they wouldn't allow that. They just wouldn't allow that. Oh, y'all wrong, y'all dirty, y'all this, y'all that. Death threats in the inbox and this and that and yada yada. And we gonna sue for what? For telling the truth? I have nothing. I promise you, I have nothing to gain for lying on nobody. I am grown. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I have to lie to no fucking body about anything all my life.
Can
But
I ask you?
you don't attack people when you tried to throw up a motherfucking mug shot of me 16 years ago. Bitch, why you ain't post them dates?
That's when you could kiss our entire motherfucking ass. Fuck you,
I ain't
and
saying
fuck your
none of that
management
ever
too.
happened
Like
to me in
Carly
my
Davis
life.
say, fuck
Because
all you bitches.
every experience that I've ever had made me
Like
who
I
the
said,
fuck
boy.
I am today. And guess what? East ain't no bad motherfucker walking around here. I got 2 straight A students laying in there in the bed that I homeschool. Me. So I can't be that fucking bad. I can't let a perfect stranger live in my house, feed her, take care of her, and be a badass motherfucking person. That ain't how we rock over here. So for a motherfucker to try to come for me for some bullshit, I ain't going for it. Tell the truth. When you say something about Issa, you say something about Durante, you say something about Darshell, or this family in general, tell the fucking truth, bitch. Don't lie.
And you know what's crazy? That's why I tell people, what do you, and it's a serious question, right? What do you purposely gain out of lying on Jedediah Pippin J?
I don't get no
You
money off
have
of that.
no
I don't get nothing out of that shit. Not a motherfucking thing.
Nothing. No money, no recognition, no motherfucking fame, no nothing.
Nigga ain't no hater.
Lying on Pippin J.
Nigga ain't no hater. If he using motherfuckers up and sucking them dry and they allow it, knowing what they know, then what the fuck I'ma do? That's a personal choice. If y'all
why do
want
you
to
think
drink the Kool-Aid and believe that shit, believe it. That's your personal choice. But don't get mad with a motherfucker who ain't drunk the Kool-Aid and ain't trying to be involved in that. Don't get mad at that.
if him and Jay has turned all these people against you and you have done nothing to these people at all? You don't even know
How
these
about
fucking
them people don't know me on that level? They don't know what kind of person they don't know my day-to-day life. They don't know what I do every day. They don't know shit about Issa. I could give 5,000 zero fucks about anybody that don't know me that got something to say about me. Your shit don't count. Bitch, you don't fuck me, feed me, nor finance me. You better ask me, do I give a fuck? That's what you better ask me. When you start doing them things to me or for me, then I owe you something. Bitch, I don't owe none of you hoes nothing.
And Darcel, she said she owed
Rob Norris in her fucking princess laughing. I'm over here laughing my motherfucking ass off because at these stupid motherfuckers. I sure
Wait,
am.
Darcel, let me ask you a question first. She gave 5,050 fucks. How many fucks you give?
I give zero motherfucking fucks. That's how many I give.
Whoa, that's
zero motherfucking fucks.
At least she gave a number. God,
I ain't
who
giving
gives
you
zero
no
fucks and she give
fuck all you bitches. That's what I'm saying.
When y'all hoes start doing stuff for Issa, bitch, I care. But I know one fucking thing. If I see a bitch in my inbox, I know one thing. I'm coming for your neck, bitch. I'll be at your fucking door. We good investigators. So try me.
Oh, yeah, they is. Trust me, they is.
Try
You
me,
don't want to
bitch.
fuck with them. The FBI come to them for advice.
I know what time your man and shit at your bitch ass out. Don't do it.
I'm telling you, don't do it, sir. Don't do it, ma'am. Don't get your fucking face cracked. Don't do it.
So what y'all want to say to Miranda? You know, because you know Miranda's gonna be listening to this and it's gonna be
I don't give a fuck.
fucking.
That she's a non-fucking fat. You cannot hurt me no more, baby. The only thing that you could have used to hurt me is gone. The only thing you could have used to hurt my son is gone. You is a non-motherfucking factor. And it's just as simple as that. Go on over there, sit over there in that corner and put your finger on your lips. Because see, if I have to catch you, I'm going to take my belt off and whoop your ass like your mama should have.
And could have. What do you got to say
about your mama, bitch? About your daddy, bitch? Where's your cousin? Where's your cousin? Bitch, I know you got a cousin. Bitch, I found out you got a whole lot of motherfucking cousins, bitch.
Damn.
Cousin, bitch, do this bitch got a cousin?
You got a lot of cousins?
Your daddy. Wait, hold on. Wait, your daddy. Wait. My daddy's child, bitch. Your daddy, Miranda. Where your daddy? Where your family? Wait,
for us to know.
All jokes aside,
we ain't gonna say that.
A baby is the most precious gift of life, and something that you, Miranda, said you cherish so near and dear to your heart. You didn't want to share your love child with your family. Did your family even knew about Jackson, baby? They know now, because guess what?
The miracle child.
We found your entire. This bitch got a whole clan. Y'all. She got cousins.
You better not say it's in the trailer home. You better not say it's in the trailer park.
This ain't no adopted family, y'all. This ain't no adopted family. This ain't no. This bitch got family. Why you was over here worried about my motherfucking family?
I just want to tell them people out there, ain't nobody bashing Miranda. Y'all need to go back and see some of that shit she done said about my son and said about my family. That's what y'all need to go do. Y'all only want to hear she's a grieving mother. You ever thought that was a grieving father and a grieving family, period?
Somebody said, I hope this is not about race. What would race have to do with this? Jackson was a biracial baby. That's the most ignorant shit in the fucking world.
Somebody's trying to say me because I made a racial joke. I'm a comedian. I said the family said I guess they connected trailer with white.
But what I'm saying is you could have been talking about anybody. They have black people living in trailer park.
They don't know that.
You know what? Stop being so butthurt. And get the fuck out of the field.
I guess that's the only. I wanted to see what people was gonna say. I knew somebody was gonna say that, right? I was waiting on somebody to say that.
Yo, the shit people need to think
get
about.
Out your goddamn
face. They need to be in there worried about. They don't be worried about. It be the bullshit they eat up. That's what be killing me. Why y'all eat up the bullshit? Y'all can't decipher shit. Like y'all don't understand what's bullshit and what's not.
It's all good
or not.
Some people intelligence level. I mean, some people empathy level is so low that they don't fucking get it. They want to be involved in something so bad. Like, look how many. No matter how many receipts you put up on people like Notora, things like that, you still got people on there. Stay up, girl. Keep your head up, girl. Do this. And you like, you stupid motherfucker. She just shook her baby. Oh, you a great mother, girl. Like, she ain't had a fucking baby in 3 fucking years and a half years and a baby 4. How in the fuck is you gonna put her fucking timeline, Notora or Miranda is a great mother, and they never even proved that they would have.
How you know? Were you there? No.
Never. No, they're not there. You just automatically assume because the act these bitches put on Facebook and YouTube and crying.
I don't know. I promise you.
No, it don't work like that.
Know. We experienced this bullshit firsthand. And again, I don't have to lie for nothing. I'm not gaining shit out of line. All I know is I love Jackson, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure somebody pay for what the fuck they did to him. That's all
Somebody
I'm
better go check
concerned
on
about.
her ass in jail. They may drive off the motherfucking cliff to death together after this bullshit.
Like I
Exactly.
said, if she would have sat over there and kept her mouth closed and stopped coming for my child, she wouldn't have never heard me say one fucking. Have y'all ever heard me say one name before a couple of months ago? I never said anything publicly negative about this chick.
And it's like you basically like you'll do anything the average mother would do. You gonna protect your fucking child. When somebody gets scared, the first thing they say is mama. They don't say daddy. When you get into a fight, you don't get into a fight with motherfuckers saying your mama. You don't get into a fight with a motherfucker saying your daddy. It's a natural relationship and a protection and a bondship
We still
between a
have a
mother
lot
and
of
a
questions
child.
ourselves, baby. We still have questions.
So my thing is, don't stop coming for my child. Cause guess what? He hurt. He's just as upset, perturbed, disturbed, and hurt as her. It don't hurt her no more than it's hurting him. So let's not play that game where it's hurting her more than it hurt him. That's both of their kids. So it's hurting them equally. And I get that. But what you not gonna do is sit up there and lie on my motherfucking child. That's what you not gonna do. You ain't gonna do that shit. You lying. And you need to stop it. Tell them fucking people that you're a compulsive, habitual liar. My old man asked her in the hospital, do you know you be lying? Because we done busted in a lie. And my old man got on her ass in that hospital room and asked her, do you know you be lying? You know that motherfucker said, yeah. I was fucking done. I said, this chick is fucking crazy. This don't make no sense.
Okay.
Before we let y'all out of here, right? Before we let y'all out of here, I want y'all to each tell me what have this experience done to you, for you, and taught you.
Darsha, you want to go first?
Girl. Wait, what?
He said, what has this experience taught you? And what else, Blaq?
What have it taught you, done for you, and what have you experienced? Like what have you learned from it? Like, that you're going to take on into life, because this has been a tragic experience, and I know you learned a lot of things from this experience in this little time about people. So what would you want to let people know about what you're going through right now from this incident, like from personal, like what I'm talking about, the health, the stress. I'm talking about you personally, not with the freedom fighters, not you. What are you going through?
It has taught me that I am stronger than what the hell I thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
I questioned God when He first gave me this assignment, because this was an assignment. This is nothing that person, if you're not strong-minded, strong-willed, rooted, and grounded, he'll drive your ass completely crazy. Like, for real, on a serious note. I let my wall down with these people. And that's something I'm a very private person. I've been in this home now that we are purchasing, I want to say 11 years, and I can count how many people outside of my family have entered the doors of my home. I don't do that with many people. You have to be careful of the people you let into your inner circle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have to do your research on folks and sugarcoat shit to make it sound sweet. That shit is shit all fucking day long. So when a person show you who they are, you better believe them.
Yes, God. Yes.
You better believe them.
You better believe them.
And all this bullshit that's going on, man, I don't understand how y'all live y'all life every day dealing with this shit. The only reason why I am still here and you still see my face, you still hear my name out there, it's because I'm on an assignment, and my assignment is not through. My assignment will not be up until I see you motherfuckers in those Because you're going. You're going. And you won't hear another mumbling word from me. But I gave this boy a warning. Nigga, I gave it to your fucking bitch ass mama. I gave it to your bitch ass mama, you fucking bitch boy. I gave her an ultimatum, so they didn't play the end of the tape. The end of the tape stated, if you could get your son to agree, ma'am, that he won't put his hands or his organization touch another grieving family and use their tragedy for a come up, I want to expose his bitch ass. But I wasn't going to do that anyway. I just had to get her to agree to this shit. When you agree to that shit, ma'am, you then stated an open admission that you know your son is fucked up, that he is doing fraudulent activity, and you're aware of it. Y'all people are not good criminals. Y'all need to fucking find another motherfucking hobby because you bitches are dumb as fuck. Stop the bullshit. And there's an old saying, baby, what you do in the dark eventually comes out to the light, and what don't come out in the wash gonna come out in the fucking rinse. And I'm gonna put your bitch ass in the spin cycle 2 times to make sure I wring your bitch ass out when you fucking come for this family over here. Stay the fuck away from us. Stop jumping on that fucking live. Stop with the fucking quotes and the tweets, because all y'all doing is building my motherfucking case. This case is so, the file is so thick, so it's unbelievable. Now, there were some people yesterday after the receipts was revealed asking, how can I get my money back? There's a couple of agencies that you can report this to, because you've heard Jedediah his damn self state that what they're doing is not a crime. They haven't hurt anybody. Motherfucker. Are you fucking serious, dude?
He's a liar. You can't expect
mama drop you on your fucking head.
Dude.
Did she drop you on your fucking head?
Liar.
I've spoken with the Attorney General's office. There's one in every city. We'll start with the one in Illinois, because that's where fuck your ass is from. Miss Lisa Madigan's office. A report has already been filed, Mr. Jedediah Brown, and anyone that wants to add to that file, I have the link and I have the papers. I'll put together. Matter of fact, it's already on one site. Reach out to me by inbox. The form is here.
God damn.
You can fill out this form. And actually, I'm doing one of these in every city where there's a chapter, because that is a fucking crime what you guys are doing. I also posted what the crimes are and how it's categorized under a crime, even if you have not filed a 501c3. So is your organization for nonprofit or for profit? You have to establish that shit. You chose not to do either one. And then you publicly went on a post and posted that you're not going to do that. I made sure I downloaded that shit and attached it to this motherfucking file. Y'all are dummies. Okay, this next form is a state of local law enforcement application for reimbursement. I don't give a damn if you donated 10 cents and you want your fucking 10 cents back. There's a file for that, because that is also a criminal offense, Jedediah Brown. Oh, the people are giving willingly. Willingly for what? What is the money supposed to go to, you motherfucking dummy? And just in case, I have that ledger. Don't burn it. Don't tamper with it. Don't throw it away. Don't remove a page from the ledger, because you're going to have to present that or your bitch ass is going to jail.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I have copies of every withdrawal that has exchanged hands. And I'll just name a few, since you motherfuckers want to blabber my name out of your mouth. This is no fucking slander, because this is all fucking facts. I don't speak off of bullshit. Right. Tashina. Whoa. Rena. Jasmine, I never met you. Don't know too much about you. I've heard you left, and I'm glad that you did. But money has touched your hands as well. Val, I know she's sick. But Val, I pray for your health, and I pray that God restores what is wrong with you. And I pray you have common enough sense this time to leave and stay the fuck gone, because money has definitely touched your hands. And he's also named you as the national secretary. You can't make me understand this bullshit. Do you guys realize that you are held accountable for the things that this organization has done, is still doing, because your name is still attached to it? You hold a position within the organization. Money laundering. Hold on. Money laundering. Fraud. You scam people out of their monies. Every day, Lamont, you come up with a new scam. Anything you do over the internet is connected to the FBI. Federal. I told these dummies, my people is FBI. But I got to report it to the FBI before they can take over a file. So as long as it's logged into their call system, my people, look, I didn't make that report. Here's the report number. Go pull it. This investigation. Y'all are so dumb. Y'all thought what I was spitting out of my mouth was bullshit. I wasn't blowing smoke up your ass, Jedediah.
Damn. I'm scared for Jedediah now. I mean, God. That shit got me scared. This is me being very, very calm. It's called the calm before the motherfucking storm.
Yep.
And it's about to come in like a mighty Russian fucking wind.
I got son for all the freedom fighters that's in chapter leaders. Run, bitch! Not right.
What up, bitch?
Why you still ahead?
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? When they get behind them closed doors and they see that fucking cell door closed, them bitches gonna start telling on each other.
Yep.
Hold on, there's receipt for that fucking too. Oh, we wanted to call you, Annie D. When Jed went missing, we was told not to call you, but we wanted to tell you so bad what was going on. No, you did. You just did. Your bitch ass. And you know what? It's sad that you have to get on the phone with certain individuals. You got to recall what the fuck they say because you know they're fucking liars. And they're going to go back and try to retract everything they say and take your words and twist it against you. You can't put out a motherfucking thing on me because what the fuck this little bitch over here does, because that's the fuck you to call me. Put a title on my shit, okay? Let me tell you, because I could be a ruthless bitch if you make me. So what this one over here does, whatever the fuck I speak once, nigga, I could speak it twice. I could back my shit up. And matter of fact, you bitch punk motherfucker, you already know what I'm working with because your bitch head, I almost had to grab you by your testicles to make sure they were still down there, you know, punk motherfucker you. So I don't even know why you attempt to fuck with me like that.
Oh my God.
That nigga is.
I don't even know why you already know what it is. You already know what it is. You and your motherfucking minions. You bitches know what it is. But guess what? I'm not going to even go that route and do that with you this time. Because this time, I will get justice for the motherfucking people, nigga.
Damn. And we're going to let you. And what do you got to say, Issa? I'm scared of Darcel, goddammit.
I'm going to say, first of all, these last 6-7 months, first, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, losing him and trying to hold everything together has meant I never thought that I would. This hurt me beyond measure. Like, I can't even put it on a scale to tell you how much Jackson leaving or passing hurt me. I never thought I could feel that much pain. I never. But each day, I got up, asked the Lord for strength for me and my child and my family to make it through. I thought this was going to actually kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally kill me. Because I didn't know how we was going to survive. You know what I'm saying? Without him. Even though he was here for a short time. You know what I'm saying? That's how much we loved him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just to get here and then have to go through the ridiculousness of this whole situation, that ain't nothing but compounded hurt. And I'm gonna tell you why it's hurtful. It's hurtful because I don't give a fuck about Jedediah. I don't give a fuck about them French fries because none of them know me like that. You understand what I'm saying? These people don't know nothing about Easter. But what is the most hurtful is that raggedy wench, somebody I tried to love on, help, be in my home, be around my family, make her a part of this family. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what bothers me, that you would try to defame my son and my families and myself, our character, knowing what the fuck we did for your raggedy ass. So my advice is to do your fucking research. Keep fucking receipts. You feel what I'm telling you? And if your spidey sense is tingling, I'm telling you that it's something wrong. Listen to it. If your intuition is telling you something ain't right with shit, walk away from it.
Walk away.
Okay, well, one more thing before we ladies get out of here. Did y'all see my video about the Pimpin' J and the Age of Love video I just put up?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I didn't see it. I have to watch it.
Before you get out of here.
I'm sorry.
I'll get your thoughts on that before you get out of here.
I as a mother, I absolutely understand where that woman's coming from. I've never experienced that, with my children or myself or being a part of, in my family. I've never experienced that. But I believe her.
Yeah, me too.
I believe her.
What about you, Darcel?
Wait. I don't believe her because it's him. I believe her because a mother knows her child.
Yep.
That's why I believe her. Exactly. Not because it's Jedediah. Fuck that. I believe it because I felt that in that woman's voice. I just connected with her. You feel what I'm saying? When she was talking, I connected with that woman. I believe her because a mother knows her child.
Yep.
And what you say, Darcel?
Give me the question again.
Did you see the video I made on the Pimpin' J and the Agent situation?
I didn't get a chance to see the video.
You gotta watch the video, so we want to let you comment. You can't comment on it until you see the video. It was a video I made.
I gotta see the video. Unfortunately, I was laying up in the hospital today, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I ain't saying that's a good thing, but but before y'all ladies leave, right? Both amazing props on how strength y'all had to not only not worry about your own physical and condition and medical conditions, to have the strength to get up and worry about, the tragedy and take care of the business that need to be taken care of, not worrying about your medical conditions, things like that. Cancer, and I forgot that you got a long name. I don't know what that name is. That shit sound like some stuff was on House or something. That right there, that's some serious stuff. And y'all showed amazing strength and courage and coming through and dealing with all this stuff, having the courage to come up and talk about this stuff. And so I want to thank you ladies for coming on my show, and y'all have amazing courage.
We want to thank you guys for the platform that God has set before you all. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I could not have done this without Lionel. And then he teams up with Anisha. You guys are a power team. And I just pray God's blessing upon this radio show. I hope that it takes you far and God makes room for your blessings that you won't even have room to receive.
Absolutely.
I just want you all to know, I know we are far away. It doesn't matter, baby. I work I can work right here from my house. Anything you need as far as events, if you need my help doing anything,
we ain't on the tees. Send me the shit. We ain't on the tees, though.
Blaq, I got you. I got you. You just let me know what you need.
If you got any hood rats out there, send them out here for me. All right, when I come out there, line them up.
Y'all gotta come to New Orleans, man. Y'all gotta come to New Orleans. Y'all gotta hit it. Y'all gotta roll up.
Y'all gotta pull up. I'm coming when the Mardi Gras come out there.
That's next month.
Go to the Mardi Gras.
In July.
Next month.
That's next month. Next month, February 13th.
Come on, y'all need to come for Essence. Y'all need to come for Essence.
Come out there February 13th. Ain't no freedom fighters out there in New Orleans. I ain't trying to get one of them 7 in my ass.
Blaq.
Man, let me tell you something.
If a freedom fighter was out here, y'all would be doing this from jail. I'll be doing this from the palace. I've been in the old palace.
Blaq, let me tell you something.
I'll be doing this for the jailhouse, and that's real talk. And that's real talk. They know how we get down here. Well, no prisoners, baby.
I saw y'all. I heard about y'all on Hurricane Katrina. Y'all ain't playing out there when shit go down. Out there, I ain't playing.
That's real niggas that do real shit here. No joke.
I listen to Lil Wayne.
They put my mugshot out there. Look, they put my mugshot out there. Blaq. I said they ain't did shit but solidify that they dealing with a G. Come on, try your luck. That's all.
They don't know they got you hood credit.
That's what I'm telling you.
They got you hood credit on that now.
Oh yeah. Good, I'm a G, nigga. So you know what you're dealing with. Let's be clear. You know you're dealing with a G. Don't play with me. Okay. And I'm so serious. Don't let me put them paws on you, hear?
The real
Are you certain? Are you certain?
Certain. You heard me? Certain. I ain't got to be certified. I'm certain.
I'll let you ladies go. Thank y'all for coming out.
Y'all so welcome. I just want to I just want to tell y'all thank y'all. I appreciate y'all because guess what? It's funny, it's informative, and y'all trying to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get out there. And y'all doing a very good job. I'm proud of y'all. Like I said, anything you need, anything that me and D could do, we're more than welcome to do it. Like we in.
Got you.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, love you guys.
Good night.
Love you. Love y'all.
Love you, mommy. All right, Blaq, be good. Stop smoking all that weed, nigga. Not unless you gonna give me one.
I need some. I'm out.
You gotta send me a bag over here. What's wrong with you?
That shit federal. Don't listen to her. That shit federal.
She talking about that.
That shit federal.
We don't know nothing about no. I don't know what she's talking.
Plead the fifth.
That nigga got sour patches.
No.
Plead the fifth, Blaq. Plead the fifth. Don't listen to my sister.
You eat sour pouches?
I surely do.
In the same way the potatoes are sold in.
Issa, don't accept the package. Don't accept the package, sis.
I'm gone. Bye.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't
love y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
What the hell you was doing over there? You eating peanuts and shit?
I was eating something. So when you think the shit was getting good?
What do you think about that whole interview as a mother? You got to ask YouTube now who they think is the more deadbeat mother now. Do they still think the Torah hold the title? You still think the Torah hold the title?
The Torah holds the title, you guys.
A deadbeat mama. Mixed sour pots. Hey, sour pots and honey roasted peanuts. That sound like a lick right there.
Yes, honey roasted peanuts though. On everything.
That sound like they both garbage. You gotta name one.
Yes, Anisha is okay. Babies are a sensitive subject, but I knew that those ladies would be able to carry and present the information in the way it needed to be presented. So I wanted them to be able to get their story out, and I didn't want to get emotional, but I am okay. I am doing fine tonight, you guys. We are good to go.
Good to go. That was some fucked up shit. Like, is that a hell of a?
They changing their mind. See, I told y'all. Then I saw receipts.
They said the Torah stepped down.
Now I'm a believer.
Step down.
A down
Miranda hands down. I don't want to let the Torah. Some don't want to let the Torah go. Hey, but what I gotta say, bro, that's a hell of a decision to make. Do you want your baby to starve to death, or do you want your baby to choke? You know, and I wasn't faced with that basic decision. You know what I'm saying? But it was a longer fucking period of time. That's a hell of a decision to make. To have your baby go through all that when they tell you, look, we can do it right now. Your baby don't have to suffer. To let your baby suffer like that, that's some cold shit right there. It's not like, and it's no possibility after 48 hours, there's no possibility that the baby can be like gain consciousness or brain come back functional again. 48 hours is over, you know. So let that baby go for all them, like from May to fucking July. That was fucking horrible. That 39 days, that was, baby suffered. That baby had to starve to fucking death. You can't get no worse than that. You know how you gonna sit there and let your baby now? Tori shook her baby, but you let your baby starve to fucking death, and you trying to get sympathy from people.
Baby go through that because she was scared to tell the dad that he was brain dead. That was really the long part of it. She was scared to tell him.
And she went through what? It was what, 4 days without even telling the family that baby, like didn't Jackson,
the dad nothing, and lied about his paternity in custody.
I'm just saying, look, I don't understand. Like I don't even. No matter what the situation is, right? I don't understand how women can build that much hate and this act out in such a way that's not like very fucking smart or not understanding or passionate anything. Like, I don't understand that. Do you get that? Like why do women get that hateful when they can do something like that and don't think it was what's good for the all? The only thing was good for themselves.
I mean,
men are like that naturally.
Life supports decision because she's, you know, I just know that the path of the decision came from dishonesty. It wasn't about wanting to keep him for selfish reasons, as far as wanting to keep him and not being able to let him go, as much as it was not wanting to be honest with the family, and that's difficult to deal with.
And if any women out there thinking I'm getting on women, I'm not getting on women. I just have a strong opinion one way or the other. If I get on a dude, I'm going to get on him strong. If I get on a woman, I'm going to get on her strong. It's no in between or no light. I'm just heavily opinionated, and my words carry over like that. It may seem harsh, but I'm not harsh when I say that's some fucked up shit, you know, and hopefully you understand, but it is some fucked up shit. Like right now, like I said, not knowing and understanding the situation. In this situation, the mother acted out foul to people that was reaching out to and like that. You don't hide in a fucking closet with all the fucking lights out, with your hands sticking out the house closet with people yelling through the window and shit. That's crackhead shit.
And they screaming for you. They in the house screaming for you.
In the closet. You don't.
In the house screaming for you.
You don't live in a car.
Been like, whoopsie. Like, yeah, I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? She could have hit the Mortal Kombat on the nigga and let them know that she was here. She hiding and holding the damn door closed. Like, don't nobody know she holding the door closed. Like, what the hell is going on around here? I'm just saying, what the hell? When she realized who voice she heard, she was supposed to hit the Mortal Kombat. Whoopsie! You know, she was supposed to soft shoe on that gas out of the trash.
Man, she thought she was invisible.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't.
She thought she was invisible.
That's crazy, D. That shit. I don't know what to say.
Like they can't see me. I'm so high they can't even see me.
Right. The hell you doing in the closet? You can see me.
Look, baby, look. Hey, baby, I see a white hand right there.
Right, blaq. You can see me.
What the fuck is you locked yourself in the closet with your hand out the door? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Have you seen me?
Why she do that? How'd you lock yourself in the closet? But you like, I can't lock I forgot. I ain't got the key, so I gotta keep my hand on the door. What's wrong with her?
Scary as hell.
That's crackish. She was living in the car.
Closet. She was trapped in the closet, the closet, the closet, the closet, the closet, the closet.
Anytime you live in a car, when a motherfucker say that you can live in the room.
They went to the closet. He pulled out the Beretta.
Anytime you stay in the car, when a motherfucker say you can stay in the house, nigga, that's crack-ish. Like, look, you can stay here to the first of the year. You know what? I'd rather stay in this car. I'm saying, like, she's staying in the car. She got a house, an apartment, no, but I'd rather stay in this car.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Motherfucker, look. I went, matter of fact, I saw Miranda and I went to Texas and I saw Miranda. I didn't see Miranda. I saw a car. I thought it was a sale sign up in there. And I looked through the front window and I saw a lady jump up in Miranda. And she like, don't be looking in my living room. I said, wait, I thought this was, don't be looking in my living room. I said, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, this is not possible. But Miranda, like I said, some mothers shouldn't be getting no sympathy, especially when you're doing all this whole shit. I know a female, this is some true story. She on the news too. Her baby, she killed her baby and she was partying the next day. This bitch is on Facebook and YouTube talking about she ain't got no more kids and all kind of shit. I'm like, what? These motherfuckers is vicious out here. What's wrong with them? You already know. What's wrong with them? There's a Mother's Day year.
I don't know what's wrong with him. Like I said, Jed set her up. I'm sorry, he walked her into the Lions Den. He set her up for this.
I wonder what she's gonna say tomorrow. What kind of excuse she gonna have tomorrow? What kind of excuse Pimpin' J gonna have for tomorrow? What can you say?
The receipt she produced today just proved us right. Those people told you can stay as long as you want to. You probably could have talked your way out of that August rent. You ain't even get them no. They didn't even evict you. You wasn't up for no eviction. Your receipts don't prove that you was being harassed and evicted. That you was being harassed and put out in your time of need. That is not what the hell they did.
She was like, oh no. And what do you think about with all this out of which? Why do everybody got her name in their mouth? Like, she in the middle of everything. Asia Love, Pimpin' J, that nigga blaq, Rosebud, Isha, you know, that her name is like all over the place and shit. Like, why you like? If it's some deep, if it's some deep,
they would like for us to see.
Look, Asia, give it a 100. She said it's some deep sexual secrets up in that family. My nigga, yep. It's everybody got families on the block that's like that. Like something wrong with that family, my nigga.
The whole family weird.
The whole fucking family is off. None of them come out the house. All of them look alike with them big ass foreheads, shit like that. Mama is a little out there and shit. Got all this shit going on. Asia said she had to raise a nigga. She taught the nigga how to count. Cause Miss Girl, it wasn't twerking back then. It was twirling. You know what I'm saying? She was out there twirling like.
It was juking.
She was freaking. It was freaking. Juking. What the fuck is a juking?
That's what we
call it freaking. He was turning up in clubs. She was getting them. Y'all ain't got no weed out there like that back in the 80s and shit like that. So I don't know what kind of weed y'all was doing on that shit. But look, we gonna get up out of here. You got something to say to the people?
As you guys know, you need to always vet your information. Everything that they spoke on is backed up with paperwork and documentation. All the way down to Miranda writing them a Dear John letter apologizing for waiting so late to tell them that Jackson was in the hospital. They even have documentation to show that she waited before she told them that Jackson was in the hospital. Vet your information. Make sure that your documentation is together. Peace and love over sepsis and destruction.
And let me say something. But Jay, that's not the only receipt she got. That's not the only receipt she got. Verbal receipts. I don't believe she got more receipts than that. Trust us on that. I was want to add that in. Remember, we still got the other report.
That paperwork down to you being paid by the state for the medical bills. For everything that was left over. You got $50,000 and his bills was only what, 30,000? They got documentation for all of that. You don't know what they was keeping. Documentation beats conversation all day long. That's right, Tamika. Juke.
We don't do that shit.
Yeah, that's really I don't have a lot to say because, like I said, I'm trying my best not to curse this lady. I'm just presenting the information. I'm just presenting the facts. I'm coming with the receipts. Y'all know how we get out. Y'all know how we live.
I want everybody right now to go download John Q album. And his shit is the hottest shit on the street right now. Matter of fact, his shit not even the hottest shit on this street. Matter of fact, his shit not even the hottest shit in his house, and he the only nigga that rap in his house. That a bitch. John Q, your shit is whack.
In the house in a cool toilet.
How you gonna make a diss track with a record you had last year? My shoes on the couch, on the feet, on the fire, on the retired. You didn't even say a nigga name up in there. She said your name. She was talking about receipts. In fact, can you do it? You got it one more time before we get up out of here? Can you do it one more time before we get up out of here?
They can go to my page. I need the views.
You what?
They can go to my page. I need the views.
Oh, you got it? Tell them how they find you at. Tell them how to spell it.
Actually, here, I'm going into the live chat.
Okay.
I'm going into the live chat. INIESHA is the first name. Niche. NIESH. No space. That is my YouTube page. I'm putting it in right now. The song is there. Thank you, Ben. Thumbs down to John Q. You want me to do it a cappella?
But she not on here.
Huh?
I can't find you. What's the name of the song? What's the name of the song?
1 Minute of Murder. The Murder of John Frank.
I gotta put 1 minute. A murder. Murder with 2 eyes or one?
You said what?
Is murder with 2 eyes or one?
Murder?
Yeah, nigga, murder.
Ain't no eye murder.
Niece N.I.
That's
me right
there. That's me right there.
Hold on, let me put it back up. Say something.
It is up. That's me right there.
All one word? Why would you do that?
It's not all one word. There's a space after Inisha. Uh-oh. Nisha. Nisha. I'm killing them. One time. Hey. Pussy niggas wanna pull up on me. I keep a Bible and a pistol on me. I'm the realest, never been a phony. When you're broken hungry, don't you blame it on me. Quit the games, boy, you can't afford me. I got the screenshots and recordings. You know my name and you can't ignore me. Nisha, get your horny, but to me you're corny. See, you try to stay, but ain't no receipts. Man, you mad that they fuck with me. My team strong, don't you lean wrong like it's on the throne. Check the score sheet. Calling me a fucking whore, please. I got a squad full of real peace. You bitch niggas cry to a woman. Nisha, keep it coming, gone, bury him, then I bury her and go very hard. Cheap makeup, leave a face scar. Somebody get it, she letting go, man. Fuck that bitch and make a detox. These streets hot, you can't be shocked. This receipt block, you a cheap shot. Your dream flop, get your dream stumped. I can't be stopped. You a grease spot in your cheap spot. You a weak fraud. Hiroshima when I'm dropping bombs. Find a snake and cut his head off. Find a bitch and make the bird flow. Find a switcher and then roll it up. Fake John with his fake gold. A record soul, now Jared got your soul. Now you just a joke and a down slope. On a down slope, on a down slope, on a down slope. Hey, somebody better go pray for him. Somebody better go pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for him.
Why you doing like that? That was cool. That was to fuck up all the John Q rap. I would never listen to another John Q rap. I'm like, oh, I should have put on my rap album. I should have tried to be teased with it and put on my rap album. You stupid idiot. Just try to answer the right for you. You write an album for me? You write something for me? We're going to leave y'all with that. Coming out. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.